now we are streaming. And I will pop out the chat, and the chat has been popped out. And I'm just talking to fill the endless void while Caster plays her Monster Hunter game, and we all cry.
Sorry, I'm once I get done with the fight.
Keep playing. Don't worry, I don't care. Like, I still have to, like, post the link everywhere because I just hit stream and I didn't write any of the come check us out bullshit. So you got, like, at least easily 2 minutes of me just rambling and filling time for when people come and, like, watch the recording, because people apparently do that. And I'm just gonna watch you, like, bully some monsters. And commit your animal cruelty.
That's
Honestly, you know what's hilarious? You're all aware of how PETA had a hissy fit about Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
why haven't they gone after Monster Hunter?
Yeah. Why hasn't PETA gone after Monster Hunter? It's not as widely known because it's not a casual game, but it's a pretty big IP. Like, everyone's at least heard of Monster Hunter, while far less people may have played Monster Hunter. Like, I'd say almost equal amounts of people has heard of Monster Hunter.
I just realized why I'm over encumbered. I'm carrying like 13 different spears. I need to not do that.
Oh
What's
yes,
going on, you?
links. I need links. Sorry, I kind of spaced out for a second.
Fine. Zen, you want to hear something hilarious?
Your life?
So, the way that unlocking things works in this game is that it's broken into a number of categories, and doing anything part of that category increases the category itself. So I just chopped down a tree and unlocked sewing.
Wait, what? How? Why?
I chopped down a tree and unlocked sewing because sewing and woodcutting are in the same category.
I feel like that's something that you should bring to the devs' attention. Cause what? Man, that seems buggier than our first iteration of Dames of Asstoria.
Yep.
I mean, look, it's an actual, like, 3D, like, coded game, and ours is just a bunch of slices of dead tree that you, like, stare at vividly, and then hallucinate.
Oh, is that where the name Dead Tree comes from?
No, the name Dead Tree comes from a joke, sort of. So, you're all aware of the Fallout Equestria print project, right?
Yeah.
The Fallout Equestria, well,
the people who printed, yeah. So the Fallout Equestria print project is the name of the group that prints the Fallout Equestria books. And they started with with Fallout Equestria, and it was just called the Fallout Equestria print project. I'm not involved with them anymore, but I did like graphic design work for the covers and stuff, and helped out a little bit with the original first edition print, that 5-book tome set. And the joke was that it was Fallout Equestria Dead Tree Edition. And yeah, because a book is a dead tree. Haha. And so I kind of made that joke, and we oftentimes referred to like Fallout Equestria PNP Dead Tree Edition, that was kind of what we were calling it for the longest time. Which is kind of why like our website is Project Dead Tree, not, you know,
Mhm.
deadtreestudios.com, but Project Dead Tree, because it was, you know, the Fallout Equestria PNP Dead Tree project. Ho ho. And then we like finally decided that, hey, this is kind of cool and we should maybe make a company out of it, and so we called ourselves Dead Tree Studios because the name was available.
Neat.
um and that is essentially how, yeah, we came upon the name Dead Tree Studios. But yes, the joke is that books are dead trees.
Beautiful.
um
Nice.
Am I
Also,
missing
I did.
anything from that story, Zen? I know you're muted right now, but
No, that's pretty much it.
yeah.
So I just had something funny happen.
Mhm.
I had to drop the rocks I was carrying because I couldn't move because I was over encumbered. So I also dropped a log down the hill where I needed to go for my rocks because I couldn't. The rocks are hard to see in the middle of the woods, but a fallen log is easier to spot. On the way to look for that log, I spotted a deer, threw a spear at it, hit it in the head, it died. I carved the corpse, looked to the right, and oh, hey, there's the log.
Nice.
So the deer was trying to point the log out to me, and I just killed it.
You
Beautiful.
horrible human being.
Okay, that sadly didn't work. So there's also a hilariously unintended tracking method in this game
Okay.
because there's a thing called inspection mode where you hold left alt and it shows you uh, the name of anything you've dropped. However, if you hit something with a spear, the spear sticks in it. So you can hit an animal with a spear and then just press left alt and see the name of the spear as the animal is running away with a spear in it.
Nice.
That's hacks.
So you could just track an animal's exact location by stabbing a spear into it and letting it run off.
Oh, I see
Technically
how it
speaking,
is,
that's
Zen.
not actually.
I see how it
Yeah.
is, Zen. Stealing my job.
Damn right.
You should go see
We're
what I
gonna
tweeted.
rise up. Here you go. Tweets. I gotta find tweets.
Right? How inconsiderate of me to make you go find tweets.
Back to the cesspit known as Twitter.
Right? This is why none of you ever
Disgusting.
want to, like, touch the Twitter. You just make me do it.
I don't even know how to search. I was like,
Well, just, like,
guess I go Google.
you Dead Tree Studios, and then, like, just see the most recent tweet. Or
Nah,
you could also
boomer.
see what
I
I
don't do that
posted
shit.
on our Facebook, because it's the same thing. I just copy pasted. And I was gonna copy paste it into
It's
the...
slightly better. Good shit.
Right?
But there's
Oh, it does autosave. Okay, cool. Then I'm just
Neato
gonna close the.
mosquito.
You know, I don't know
Oh.
why I'm on this save because this is the save I have to restart.
Because you can. Because fuck the police.
One moment whilst I.
I like how when Zen finally acknowledges, when Zen acknowledges the message I sent, that's when Caster is like, oh, maybe I should do the thing.
Yeah, I should do the thing and actually open up the thing.
Right,
'Cause,
well,
yeah. Oh yeah, L9.
yeah.
in the general chat for the Dames secret server.
Well, it's not really
Did
a secret
you?
server, but
Good server?
Well, the specialty server.
oh, the
Did
one
you
new
in
person
the?
who just showed up.
Oh no. I'm talking like. I'm talking about like. Did you see like the Chimera suggestions and some of
Is
the
it in
things that
general?
it's in the
No,
general chat.
no, I haven't. I don't really read. I mean, I try and read through it, but like I work now because I'm apparently a member of society that is doing the work thing. Because
Mhm.
I'm a responsible adult, despite the fact that I like moved back in with my parents like a fucking bum. Um, but no, I haven't read through it because like I haven't had the chance.
Okay, so we were talking about like like parasitic
Like
beneficial
symbiote?
relationships
No,
between
that's called symbiotic
yeah
relationship.
symbiotic stuff like that. And one of the things that was mentioned was one of the things I had mentioned in that general chat was little mushroom mice humanoids, and they like to live in like deep like wilderness areas, but
Okay.
they're merchants, and they'll sell to like the Gobbo boys, they'll sell to the Badger boys, but they'll also sell to adventurers as well.
Okay. Uh, t-
Yeah.
Let, I mean, I look. I understand that I'm like the perceived big dick in the house. Sorry,
Mhm.
I'm a little drunk right now.
Perceived.
Yes, perceived because Zen. We all know that I'm not actually the biggest dick in Dentry.
God damn.
If anything, we all have like, it's at best we all have equal length dicks. But
We measure.
like, full stop. Dames of Astoria is Zen's game. Like, it's his baby. I just Zen did not want to be. Zen looked at the job I have to do and went, I don't want to do that, and let me stay doing that job.
Yeah,
That's the only.
I think Zen did actually get a chance to see the.
Yes. So I mean, honestly, like at the end of the day, well, like if I can't get anyone to like say anything, then I will make it, or it's like just a small decision that who fucking cares about, then I have decision making power, but like I usually just defer to Zan because it's his game. So like, if Zen was like, yeah, that seems like a cool idea, I don't give a fucking shit. Like, I mean, it sounds like a cool idea, but like, if Zen's like, yeah, that totally fits my visage, my image, my mental image for Dames of Astoria, then it sounds like a great chimera that fits and belongs in the world of Astoria.
Can it be drawn lewd? Yes, then Zen.
Everything can be looted if you're horny enough.
Exactly. So that means
Well, I
everything
was either
goes.
determining should it be a mouse or a raccoon.
Why
I
not
would
both?
mouse raccoon. I'll give it the. It's a Tanuki. uh,
That's just a red panda, isn't it?
yeah, just
Essentially.
Oh fuck! Speaking of uh fuck my boys,
fuck my
PETA,
boys.
yeah, PETA, they're a bunch of fuck boys and girls. Um, Also Radiant says that was some sexy gameplay. Um,
Oh,
she,
the
uh,
the.
Monster Hunter Stories, yeah. You're not aware of this, but because Zen made the post to the Discord before I got a chance to get around to it. But on the Facebook and on the Twitter, I said, "Come join us." Um, as we try and convince Casteroki to stop playing Monster Hunter Stories and draw monsters that will hunt players in Dames of Astoria.
Mhm.
I was poking fun at you playing Monster Hunter. Um, but yeah. Um,
Yeah, I stopped.
yeah, no worries.
You know what you
Um,
should do, Caster? Make it look like it's wearing a gas mask.
I'll give him like a little tiny gas mask,
Yep. But it's like
and
made
then if
out of
you piss
mushroom.
him off, he like lowers it and like spews spores at you.
Yes.
I'm
It's
down.
not for him. It's for you.
I'm down. I can fuck with that.
What?
But yes, if
Give
you
him
are
a
ever
predator
in
mouth.
doubt, like, and Zen says yes, just assume it's a yes.
Okay.
That for future reference, especially
Yeah.
when it's just something like Chimera.
Yes.
You know what?
And,
I'm actually
and,
gonna make a reference here with this one.
and illegal
Are you
goods
my
too.
mommy? Is that the reference, or are you gonna do
No, have you ever heard of Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind?
I think so. What's that about again? It sounds like an anime I watched.
It's done by Miyazaki, or yeah, it's done by Miyazaki. It is about a post-apocalyptic world in which there's a gigantic mushroom forest that's slowly taking over everything, and humans are learning to like cope with it.
Fuck, I think I have seen that, like forever ago.
Mhm. But this mask is gonna be a reference to that.
Neat.
Oh, yeah, Nausicaa. Um,
Ah, that's it.
yeah, you know what? I saw that like way back in the early 2000s. I have not seen it since. I watched that when I was on like my Ghibli a binge because while it was not made by Studio Ghibli, it was made by Miyazaki. Um, who is Ghibli. The man Ghibli
Basically.
himself. Um uh so yes, I watched that. That's why I was just like, oh man, sounds like a Ghibli film because it is a Ghibli film. I mean,
Pretty
it's
much.
not a Ghibli film, but it's as close as you'll get to it being a Ghibli film. And it was released by as part of the Studio Ghibli collection. Looking at the
Yep.
wiki, which does make it officially a Ghibli film,
You cannot escape.
right? So yes, I don't really remember a whole lot about it, but I do know what it is. So yeah, you're making the masks from that. Dope. I'm down for that. I'm down for I'm down for the Ghibli references. Um,
Looking at it, this could probably be a figure in the Deme Flora too expansion.
Yeah.
mm,
Oh yeah, I feel like these guys probably might actually be more prominent in that expansion, but um I figured I figured that I figured that mushrooms are technically more closely related to animals than plants, if I remember correctly. Well, fungi in general. So,
maybe. I mean, I'd consider them closer to like bacteria,
well, yeah.
but yeah, I get what you're saying. World's largest organism is no, sorry. The world's largest organism used to be a giant fuck off fungus. It is now a giant forest of a single tree.
Mhm.
Which
Uh,
is terrifying.
well, I mean, it's just like they're normal sized trees. It's just that every tree has the same genetic code and it's all an interlocking root system.
See, that's an eldritch god in my book.
That's fair. It's the aspect of patience.
Patience. It's just slowly but surely it will take over the world.
Right.
All will betray.
Well, I mean that was I mean that was one of the things I loved about you remember if you watched Doctor Who, the Doctor Who
Nah.
episode where they went to Mars and they like there was those like weird water creatures?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I mean I used to be like really big into Doctor Who. Uh like a while like in high school and whatever. And there was one episode during like the David Tennant seasons during the 10th Doctor where they went to Mars and it was like humanity's first major mission to Mars or whatever. And there were these weird creatures that it was essentially like infected water and then like they became like these weird like water or alien creatures. Like they were humans but they were wet. They were just super soggy humans that
Hmm.
after they got infected and then they could like shoot water and shit out of their everywhere. And it was essentially just sentient water. That was the whole like that's what this was. It was sentient water that took over a human host. And it was like, yeah, no, and there's one like scene where they're just standing there in front of this door, just waiting, doing nothing, and it was the black chick at the time. Um, I forget her. I forget her name. Um, it wasn't Rose. Rose was the really annoying white chick. But she's like, "What are they doing?" And the doctor goes, "Oh, they're waiting. They're water. Water's patient. It doesn't need to. It doesn't need to be in a hurry. It knows that it has time on its side. With time, it can erode the mountains into valleys, and uh, cut through the toughest metals. Uh, that's all they're. And it was just such a hilarious, like I don't know. It was a really good line to me. Because it was just like, yeah, no, it makes sense that a water creature would be patient. Because, yeah, water erodes. Water can turn in an, water can turn, uh,
Rock.
well, yeah, rock into sand, but, fuck, uh, can turn the Rocky Mountains into a desert. It can also turn it into a giant forest, but, like, it can level whatever the hell you want. It just needs time.
Very insightful.
Well, I don't know. I'm rambly and kind of drunk, so don't mind me. But yeah, I don't even know what the original thought was.
As well on trees.
Something about trees.
Trees, patience,
Oh
money.
yeah. I was talking about the aspect of patience. That's right.
Good meme.
Mm.
By the way, Caster,
Yes.
if you're going for the fire today, what are you thinking of today? Is it all going to be the symbiotic creatures?
Symbiotic slash yeah, symbiotic slash parasitic. Boys that do things indirectly.
Ah, I see.
Well, I mean,
Disgusting.
parasites technically do things directly, but
They affect things.
yes.
I'm like, boy.
So today, we are playing. Casteroki has played. Or on today's episode of Dead Tree Studios, live stream, Casteroki has played way too much Plague Inc.
And now we're suffering for it.
I mean, it's an episode of Dead
See,
Tree Studios live stream. We're always suffering.
Beautiful.
I still love those geese you drew. They're fucking horrifying.
They are.
I like
So,
how
have you guys
someone reacted. Oh, it was Versal. Versal reacted with Obey. Sorry, what were
Yes.
you saying, Caster?
so have you guys decided as like what you guys want? Have you guys talked about like which 30 monsters you guys might want
No.
at all?
No, the geese are definitely going in there.
What's going in where? These?
The geese.
Oh, the geese are definitely going, yes. Definitely all the goblinoids. Um,
The
probably
slime.
that. The slimes for sure, and the mimic. Um,
That's a cat foot right there.
yeah, there's like 10. Um, probably that coral holder, that coral beholder. And then there's definitely the woolly scorpion and the first chimera you drew, because those are fully rendered. We're gonna use them anyways.
Mhm.
Well, actually, those technically don't count towards your 30.
Oh, those don't?
No, because we
So
paid you separately for those.
true.
Those don't count towards your contract.
They don't.
But we own them anyways.
So you guys playing and thought about what you're gonna put in the game? No, not really. So here's what we're gonna put in the game.
Right. Well, I mean, we don't have the full 30. Plus, there's like oh god, I want to say like the 10 or so Chimera that the other people are getting to design.
Yep.
Yeah, so technically 40.
Yeah, it's technically 40. Man, it's gonna be a big ass. Hey, you know what? People are not going to be lacking for monsters, and considering that this is a completely new world, that's not really a downside.
Yeah.
No, not really
like
at all.
like a Pathfinder 2.0, or even just Pathfinder itself could get away with like having, I don't know, 20, like uh a skimpy bestiary, because people are just going to throw in D&D 3.5 stuff into Pathfinder. Like that was the whole point. It was D&D 3.75 or 3.6, whatever the hell you want to call it. So, like, yeah, Pathfinder could totally get away with that if they wanted to. I don't think they did, but uh I'm also not, like, haven't played a whole lot of Pathfinder first edition. Um but like,
Hmm.
and I mean technically Pathfinder second edition could get away with doing the same thing, because like people already know what is in the world of Pathfinder via all of the goddamn Pathfinder books.
Yeah, I can buy a check right now how much how many monsters they have. Give me a moment.
Oh, I mean, like, they're a well-funded
But
company,
continue
so.
bitching.
Pardon?
I said, oh no, continue.
Yeah, I know. Continue bitching. Okay. Uh, um, but like, yeah, like, what the fuck's in Astoria? Fuck, I don't know.
Titties and ass.
Okay, great, but what's there to
Ass and
fight?
bitties.
What's there to fight in Astoria that isn't player characters?
You need more than player characters to fight?
Right.
Nani? Let's see.
Well, other than like human bandits and stuff, which, like, we're not gonna put human bandits in the bestiary because that's really technically an NPC, and you can fucking stat your own goddamn bandit. Fuck off. Um, um, like, did even Pathfinder have, like, in its like in its core rulebook, have like normal bandits? Probably, honestly. Um,
I'm looking right
but
now.
I don't know. Like, that's one of those
They
things
don't
where
have
like I
the.
I could assume you to like I I wouldn't be pissy. Well, I mean, hell, Shard does not have like bandits and like evildoers that you would normally fight in the Shard core rulebook. It's just all of its weird insects, because that's the focus. Because you could make a Shard character NPC that is your bandit, um, you know, your evildoer, your BBEG, uh, through the character creation process. But what are the actual, things that I'm usually going to encounter? That's going to be like their weird insect creatures. And their spirits, which I don't think their core rulebook had any spirits in it. Honestly, I don't even think their advanced magic guide had any spirits in it, but I haven't read that book in forever, so don't quote me. But it's a good game. Shard RPG is fantastic, especially if you like D6 success systems, like Shadowrun, and you're a furry. But even if you're not a furry, it's still a good game.
Not sponsored.
No. But, I mean, we're friends with most of the people at Shard.
Check out Shard.
Yes, check out Shard. They are cool people, and we like them, and they're good friends of ours. Honestly, I should text him. I should text Yusuf and them and see how they're doing. Where the hell is my phone? Oh, it's in my pocket.
Actually, I don't bestiary in their in second edition core rulebook.
What bestiary? Second edition core rulebook? Oh, there isn't a
In Pathfinder.
bestiary in the Pathfinder 2e? I know they had like a 2e light CRB, and that was technically the initial core rulebook that they like released. But do they like does their main core rulebook not have a bestiary in it?
It has to. Like, it's like 600 pages. They have some stats in here somewhere. I'm blind. Yeah, I'm just gonna look up Goblin. Oh wow.
You know what I should probably
Playing
be doing right now? I should probably have chat popped up on my phone.
Exactly.
I mean, I have live chat. Oh, hey, Aaron fucking says hi. But like there hasn't been like any chat anything going on. Because chat hates us and chat wants us to die.
Oh, fun. Hey, hey. I want to die too. See. They don't hate us. They just care about our interests.
Is it the muffin that wants to die?
Yep.
Huh. I don't see it.
Oh man, Shard did people dirty and didn't even give them a bestiary. Like, not even stats for orcs.
Well, yeah, they got the player character. Movement, feet,
Wait, can you
skills,
play?
spells,
Can you
lost.
play as an orc?
Oh,
I know
no,
half orcs are a player race, but are full
that's the
orcs a
oh,
player
wait, I'm
race?
Game Master. No, goblins are
Goblins, yeah, that makes
goblins.
sense. I mean, who doesn't want to
Goblin
have an
race.
all? Who does not want to play of goblins and
Goblins and more
Goblins,
goblins.
goblins and goblins. Okay, party level low. Plan session.
Mm,
Sorry.
you stay there.
Mm, it's not. No, let's go to difficult class. Rewards, wildfires. Yes. Yeah. Welcome to Dutchy Studios, where we review Pathfinder. Oh, here it is. Beast.
oh, they have a bestiary.
Different
Okay.
book.
Oh, that's a different book. Oh God.
Yep. It's an ad at the back of the book. That's hilarious.
So it's the back of the book and it says, "Go check out the bestiary."
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yep. more than 400 fantasy 400 fantasy's fiercest foes filled with this giant compendium, most powerful creatures and blah blah blah. Fuck you, they got money. They don't need my free advertisement. But yeah, that's kind of
Yeah, but that's kind of funny. Come play. Come play Dames of Asstoria. We have more monsters in our core rulebook than Pathfinder. Well, at least Pathfinder's second ed. But yes, Pathfinder can get away with it, which is my point, because everyone knows the kind of creatures in the world that Pathfinder is. I mean, everyone. Pathfinder is essentially the Forgotten Realms, but not.
So are they running satire with that one?
Who's running satire?
Oh, there was a post saying like how Lunastra was like how Teostra was so much more powerful than Lunastra, and I'm just saying if you
yeah.
yeah if you
Teostra is a cuck.
Teostra is easy. Lunastra is like a fucking bitch. My god.
Teostra is a cuck. Not only did Teostra come, Chadigante came in, bitch slapped him, and his bitch.
and then his bitch had to rescue him.
Right.
Bitch had to rescue him.
Well, I mean, look, Lunastra is just a color-shifted Teostra. It can't be that difficult. Has completely different attack pattern. Has more health, does more damage.
And her supernova covers the entire area.
Yeah, her supernova is a lot wider than
Yeah.
Teostra's, and it lasts longer.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be a tick, but it's a fast tick.
Now take that and it'll last fucking fast.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, when I was crunching through, actually, honestly, I need to farm Teostra because I have a Teostra hunting horn I need to build, and I can farm Toasty solo because Toasty's not that hard. The only thing that was fucking pissy about it was, again, that fucking Nova Blast. That was a whole lot of gay until I fucking finally was able, like, fought him enough and was able to, like, recognize his attack patterns.
Mhm.
Throw
Most
yourself at it.
monsters.
Yeah, throw yourself at it enough and you'll learn what it does, and then it's not that hard.
See, if you throw yourself at a wall enough, you'll eventually learn that it's made out of concrete.
And then you can piss on it, and the acid in your piss will, well, even though piss isn't really acidic, um, but you piss at it enough, and you'll eventually drill through the concrete.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the one thing I do like about it, is if I'm not comfortable enough with, like, fighting a monster solo, I can just, like, keep fighting it, and then I'll get comfortable, and it'll kind of be a really easy bitch slap.
Mhm.
The biggest thing I'm not comfortable with is fighting two monsters at once in the 50, because depending on the monster, I'm just like, oh, is 50 minutes really enough to fight two monsters for me? Because some of them are really slow fights for me still.
I think if I remember correctly, there is a quest in which you're fighting 5 monsters.
Oh, fun.
But I will tell
Unless
you
it's
this.
5 Jagras, I'm not sure I want to do it solo.
Oh no, it's not 5 Jagras. It's like a friggin' it's basically a gauntlet of all like the heads of the regions.
Mm. Oh, so like Fire T-Rex. Um, oh, is it an event? Sounds like an event.
It's actually a quest that you get. It's called the Sapphire Star, and yeah, you're fighting, if I remember correctly, like 5 monsters. But I
Okay,
will tell
so
you
that
this:
sounds like
the
a
more monsters
Diablos.
you have to kill. Oh, sorry.
No, keep going.
The more monsters you have to kill in a quest, the weaker those monsters are individually.
Huh. Interesting. Um, But yeah,
'Cause we
I
ran through
know.
like 5.
I've got a bunch of dual multi-monster fights that I need to like do that I've just been kind of putting off because I'm just like, and like honestly, I should probably do like Talons of Fire and Ice. I don't have to farm them anymore. And it's really just meat. Talons of Iron and Ice is Meat Puppy and Legolas. And Legolas is an easy fight, and meat. The biggest piss off is just that they have two different weaknesses, and I'm just like, who do I want to even like stack for?
What you do is you get blast and then you're fine.
Yeah, but I don't like blast. Blast is a boring element. None of them are weak. Like, okay, look, Legolas is super weak against poison, and I haven't encountered anyone who's like not weak against poison. Or sorry, immune to poison. So like and I fought Odogaron with poison before. It's not that big of a deal. It's just because he's super weak against paralysis. I like to bring my Queen Vespoid Horn. Because why not stack against him? Like that's the whole point of meta. That's the whole reason they give you the Hunter's Handbook. But I think he's like a 2-star against poison. I gotta double check if he's a 2-star or 1-star.
I mean, if you get equipment set up, you can actually change your equipment mid hunt.
Yeah, I know, but there's no I don't like the only thing I'd be changing is my weapon, which I could do that mid hunt too. Like it's not that hard. But at this point, like I'm wearing cheat armor, so I don't care enough. And I'm not like fighting things that really require specific setups at this point. Like I mean they require specific setups, but like I can fight them with just like whatever the fuck I decide to bring. Really the only one that's that big of a bitch is that I really want to like sit down and really be dedicated for are like Elder Dragons, but that's just because I'm still a scrub.
Yeah, I mean, more or less, if Kulv Taroth, if something that says like, well, actually, I think there's still like an event thing going on. Honestly, I should be doing said event, but I just haven't been.
Man,
What event?
the frickin' golden bitch.
The road to El Dorado thing. Actually, I think after you defeat those basil geese, you'll probably be able to access it,
I can
and it'll
already
get you
access
some
it.
dope ass armor.
You gotta fight Art.
We can do that easy.
I think I can already do the road to El Dorado. I just or it says that it's available. I don't think I've been able to find it, so I think I have to fight the BS.
Okay, so to access so the road to El Dorado. That's
I know I can fight Kuvatalvoth or whatever. Because she's like a whole event like siege essentially. Not like I know she's not like a siege.
It's best if you do it with multiple people.
Yeah,
but like
I was looking at that and I'm like, I need people for that. I don't want to do that one solo. I know that's like a 5-stage multi. Like I'm thinking siege as in like end game content from like Bungie's new game. Not Halo.
Yeah, I mean that's basically it.
Destiny, yeah, like Destiny siege type stuff. Not like Mountain Boy siege. That's what I mean by siege. I don't mean Mountain Boy.
Yeah, I know.
But I was just like, Also, I'm pissed. I'm only like I can build all the Xeno'jiiva stuff. I just except for like my hunting horn, and that requires Xeno'jiiva tail.
Oof. You know what? Actually, hey Score. Would you mind running a couple high rank Xeno'jiiva hunts to get a tail?
I need 2.
Xeno
I need
or
2 teeth.
Xeno'jiiva.
Gosh.
The stupid slut that's the end game for high rank. Well, okay, it's not end game because there's still more content after that, but the end of the story mission, or the main story mission.
Oh shit, that's right. Portalis comes out next week.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Fuck.
And the fact we've gotten no information from him yet makes me a little bit worried.
Zan, you need to help me bitch at Versal and tell Versal that Versal needs to buy me Iceborne so that I can crush through Master Rank.
Okay, ask him for Christmas. If you ask him very nicely.
Well, I mean, Verso got me base world. Honestly, I would have bought it myself. Uh, Iceborne myself, except it's $50 and I'm like, I don't have that money.
As I said, wait till Christmas.
Right. Or I'll just wait till like I pay off enough of my debts, and then buy it myself because I have a job now and I'm not a lazy bum anymore. Well, I mean, I'm still a lazy bum, but you know,
Bum
I'll be
status
I'll be a
questionable.
lazy bum with money. Speaking of, I should probably bitch at Entry to give me some money for all the fucking ads I bought, even though we don't have any.
No, you'll be good.
I will show you how much I've spent on ads in the last couple months. It's over 2K.
I saw.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you have access to Facebook. That's right. Oh hey,
Oofies.
hey, I can switch back to Facebook Classic again. Great, they just changed the spot. No, new Facebook is uber gay. Yes, I will be homophobic to describe Facebook because there is nothing that describes Facebook better than homophobia. Um,
Okay.
I don't know. Have you seen the new Facebook layout, Caster?
Mm, I haven't. I don't really go off frequent Facebook enough to really.
That's fair.
Uh, no.
I
So
unfortunately
yeah.
manage the Facebook page, so I gotta go on it. Um, but like the PC version of Facebook, I mean. Um, oh, it looks horrid. I mean, Facebook was never pretty, but like, Jesus Christ, man.
They should slap whoever they hired, whoever they had design it.
They should honestly just like kill themselves.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, in Minecraft,
Well, I mean, in the meanwhile, I'm also Facebook certified. Fuck, I mean forklift certified.
Facebook said, but I
Yeah.
wish you
Fuck.
actually get our ads not banned.
Right. Um, but recently got forklift certified.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. Which I mean, if you follow forklift memes, forklift certified memes, that's like all the rage. Being forklift certified.
Yeah, forklift certified memes.
Oh man, there's like a whole meme thing about being forklift certified.
Yeah, see this.
But yeah, they gave me a forklift license. They trust me to like drive a forklift. How terrifying is that?
A mistake they will not have the chance to make again.
Yeah. And then like the boss man got annoyed that I don't drive it super fast because there's a whole lot of stuff to do. But it's also a super crowded shop, and I'm like, I'm not going fast. No. No.
Mhm.
Man, I've got like an inch between me and the forklift and like another thing. I am not driving fast. Like it's eh. Run. Yeah. Aaron says run, yeah. And I mean I've driven a forklift before. It's not that difficult. Like I know how to drive forklifts. But like when I was driving forklift A, I wasn't certified when I was driving that forklift. I did not have my forklift 404. But like also B, uh, like it wasn't as crowded of a shop, and I was like one of two guys in said shop. I had more space and less people, so I didn't like. I could drive it fast because it wasn't really that big of a deal. This one's just like, oh man, I gotta like dodge and weave, and yeah. Plus, all the tires on these are bald. They're fucking hilarious, and that's apparently passes standard. Them being bald passes standard. And you can drift these forklifts in the shop. It's hilarious.
Oh no.
But under the like forklift like Canadian version of OSHA, they passed standard. Tire because they're not pneumatic tires, they're solid tires. So they're just like the entire tire is rubber. It's not like a car tire where it's filled with air.
Mhm.
So you just play the Tokyo Drift song and just go nuts.
No, I wouldn't play. I mean, Tokyo Drift is good. No. See, what I want to do is I want to get my hands on 3M makes earmuffs that are Bluetooth. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're CSA safety OSHA certified. Uh, earmuffs for working in loud environments, like for a construction site or a fab shop, like I'm in. But they're Bluetooth, so I can hook my phone up to it and listen to music all day. And you know what I have on my phone? Zen?
Is it Eurobeat?
Yeah. In fact, it is the complete lossless discography of
Nope.
everyone's favorite drift anime,
Mhm.
Initial D. I have
That's
I have the entire. I mean, that's like the main song or that's the main like music I play when I drive because like, oh boy, do I like being a speedy speed boy.
There's only two drift songs everyone knows: Tokyo Drift, Initial D.
Yeah, right. But I mean, those are like the two major bits of like of oh man, like Tokyo Drift brings me back. I
Initial D
honest
doesn't.
no, I mean Initial D does bring me back, but like I also recently like rewatched Initial D like in the last 2 or 3 years, so it's not like that old. But like
Right.
Tokyo Drift I haven't seen since like it came out. Um, but it brings me back just because like every time everyone talks about like Tokyo Drift, I just sit there and I think about the heyday of Fast and Furious when it was about car culture, because like Fast and Furious,
Yeah, that was a shit. By the way, have you heard they go into space?
yeah, I heard they're apparently going to space, and like the entire thing that I think of is why like Fast and Furious lost everything I liked about Fast and Furious, and that was car culture. Like 1, 2, Tokyo Drift, and 3, or were just all about the car scene. And like I wouldn't call myself like a gearhead. I wouldn't call myself like a super major ultra car guy in any sense, but like I like cars and I like the car scene. And that was what I loved about like Tokyo Drift.
Mm.
And Fast and Furious 1 and Fast and Furious 2 and Fast and Furious 3. It was about the car. Zero G drifting, says Shadow Man. And Ruano says, but the explosions, I mean, the explosions are cool, but like, again, it's, if you gave me like any other like racing movie series that was just about like kick-ass racing and explosions and was like, Cars by Michael Bay, I'd be fucking all down for that. But like, oh,
So
it's right. But oh, it's fucking like it's Need for Speed by Michael Bay. I'm just gonna sit there and go, but why? Need for Speed's entire thing was about car culture. Like it was literally about tuner culture. And like that's why Tokyo Drift is considered so great because it's about like Tokyo car culture, well, Japanese car culture and drift culture and driving the toge, and that's why like a lot of like that's why like Initial D was so great because like that's again it's about car culture, and Wagner Midnight same fucking thing. It's about car culture. Fucking love Wagner Midnight, man. Uh, and like Wagner Midnight's about a completely different type of car culture. It's honestly, I'm probably closer to like Wagner Midnight car culture. I like driving fast and I like driving my car, but I don't. Well, actually, Wagner Midnight said it best. There are two types of car people: those with gas in their veins and those with oil in their veins. That is to say, those who like to work on cars and those who like to drive cars and those who like to work on cars. Two types of two types of car people. And I can work on a car. It's not that difficult, but I don't like working on cars. If I have the, if I have the option, I'd rather just fucking take it to a goddamn fucking mechanic. Part of it is time. Part of it is just I don't want to like do it. But I can. And I mean, I do all of my like normal maintenance. I do my own oil changes. I do my own tire changes. I do my own, you know, tire rotations. I do all my own, etc., etc. But like, my little Sunfire needed to have a rack and pinion replaced, and I could have bought a rack and pinion for like $200. I could have went to like a car picker place, a freaking junkyard, and like did it, and it would have taken me 2 hours to replace the rack and pinion. It's not a hard fucking thing to do, but I don't wanna. I'd rather just pay the $500 to get it done at a car shop and fucking call it done.
Yeah. Like, too bad you see it time.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like that the couple hours that I'd need to do it is worth the extra like $300 because I got shit to do. And I don't want to be in my goddamn freaking like, garage or on my driveway like tuning up my car.
Speaking of yeah, Sunfire, did you ever find a replacement car?
No, I haven't. I've got a little money saved up, and I already know what my next car is gonna be. It's gonna be a Firebird because fuck yeah, Firebird. Um, 89 or sorry, not an 89. Fuck the 89. Um, fuck anything past 85 for the Firebird because man, they all look like shit. But like, there. If you keep an eye open, there are a lot of really excellent, like, good quality Firebirds between like 79 if you're really lucky, but like, you can get some like early 80s Firebirds for not too much money. Um, if you're patient and you just keep an eye out on like, you know, Kijiji or Canadian version of Craigslist. Um, and if I had more money saved up, or I didn't have as much debt, there are definitely a couple of them that I would have bought on, and I would have got already,
Hmm.
just because they were like excellent condition or they were just things people had already done. Um, but yeah, no, haven't got a new car yet. I don't need a new car yet because my job is like literally a 5-minute walk from where I'm currently living.
Fair.
So like it's not a necessity, so I'm just gonna like work and then pay off like some debts I owe. Like I want to pay back Biscuit because I owe him like 2 grand. Um, and I'll probably have him paid back by like December, hopefully. Hopefully. And then obviously pay back my landlord. Um, because I owe her like 4 grand. Um, but yeah. Now that being said though, is if a Firebird I happen upon a Firebird that like meets all of my standards that's like under 6 grand, I will probably snap it up, even if I don't like sort of like get it licensed to drive and I just have it sit in the driveway. But there's a 79 I found for 12K. Oh, fucking nice car. Looks good from all the pictures I saw. I have to go fucking check it out and give it a test ride and all that fun stuff. But I mean, Firebird's always been my dream car, so.
Hmm.
Oh, fuck. Um, who's that one musician? Um, I feel bad because he's a friend of mine too, but
Uh, what was you just talking about?
D-Notive, you know D-Notive, right?
Let's say I do.
Um, God, what songs is he known for? I loved his music too, but
You know
Uh,
I'm casual.
I know you're casual. You again, like not a lot of people would know the name Denotive. But I'm pretty certain if I can like find some of his songs. He's a cool dude, by the way. Like, oh fuck. I mean, I'm not like as close to him as I would say that I'm close to like some other friends, like Yoav and whatnot. Um, but let me.
He is a deep forest merchant that sells to both goblins and adventurers.
Random caster out of nowhere.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Then
no, I don't.
we're gonna Destiny Studios where we talk about cars and other bullshit.
Right. Well, I mean, that's my
They
entire
have read
Kaizo
so
day.
long.
That's the whole reason all of you want me in this chat is just because I ramble all the time. So I fill all the dead silence that everyone would just be like, um, oh God,
Yeah, like I don't know how often you guys have seen that Caster Corner, but oh boy, I just have an existential crisis.
so most popular here, we can do that. So I guess his most popular is from his becoming popular 1987 house mix, but he also did Taking Flight. The Apology, It's Not Over featuring Feather, Let Your Main Down. Oh, he did an album version of Let Your Main Down. Oh yeah, that's right. He did that with Mando, didn't he? Um Vicious Lies. I'm just naming some of his songs. Um Yet not a lot of people would know Denotive, I guess, because he wasn't really as like mainstream. Haha. I mean, he was a pretty big uh it was a pretty big name back in the day, but like that was back in like my heyday when I was like in the in the know
In the
with the pony fandom,
backstage.
right? Um, when I actually could brag about all of the people I knew. Again, cool dude, fucking love the shit out of him. Uh, but yeah, uh, either way, horse musician, and that bastard's got a fucking Firebird, and he tweeted about it a couple times, and I'm like, you fucking whore, how dare you have my dream car? And he's always, because it's his dream car too. Good dude though.
Nice.
He did. Oh yeah, that was his big thing. He did a lot of synthwave.
Synthwave.
Oh man,
That's the style.
I love synthwave. Um, uh, but here, I'll send you the link to his most popular song, his most seen song, and then you might recognize the songs then. I'm sorry, I know he's not a good a rapper as Versal.
Yeah, Versal. Oh, I know this guy.
Yeah, Denotive. Or
Yeah.
you mean Versal?
Yes.
Oh man, 2011.
Right? That's like his most viewed song. By a long shot, by the way, by almost 100K views from his second most viewed song.
Let's see. That was 9 years ago.
8.
17.
Yeah. Right?
When I was just saw ponies.
Yeah. Denotive is like one of the very early musicians, and he never got to like Mike the Mike, Living Tombstone, I Bring the Lulls, or I Be a Brony Rapper esque status. I mean, he got into maybe I'd say I Be a Brony Rapper status, but I Be a Brony Rapper really only had like a 15 minutes of fame type fucking deal, and not because like he's bad, just because he, he didn't necessarily have the output to stay relevant. He kept changing all his names. The joke with him was he's IB indecisive.
I'd be insane.
He kept changing his name. IB's cool. Honestly, all of them are cool. Uh, but yeah, like he didn't. If you said his name around, people who are like old in the fandom like me would probably know who you're talking about. Or if you linked one of his songs, people who came in around like second season would be like, "Oh yeah, I heard a couple of his songs," but like most people are gonna be like, "Who?" Unlike, Tombstone, Mando, even Mike the Mic, even most people nowadays would still know who Mike the Microphone is. Even though Mike the Mic has been like gone and dead. Honestly, I'd put him on the same status as Jackalap.
Hmm.
Really, I'd put him in the same tier of popularity as Jackalap because like Jackalap was popular and well known and then died and just completely went into obscurity.
Madness.
You know who Jackalap is, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't know. I know. I thought Mike would have went on. I didn't think he died.
Well, Mike didn't like actually die. He just
I don't
stopped
die. I'm
doing
talking
it.
about
Yeah.
stop
He's
doing.
just stopped doing anything. Like at least Aviators and not Ken Ashcorp, Tomb and fuck, who was that Russian guy? Who like disappeared for a good fucking time. Uh, uh, I want to say he was Russian.
Even before Swedish.
Nice. I know he's not. He's like East. He is
Uh,
definitely East European.
Also, Caster, you colored the mushroom brown on its shoulder.
What? Oh.
You know the art that we
Uh-oh.
actually commented on.
Um, something, feeling lazy.
Damn,
Something.
a woman after my own heart. Also, he just looks high as fuck right now.
He might be, they just might be high as fuck all the time. That's why they're so chill.
So the eyes like that. It's just bloodshot because of the weed or whatever
Doing
plants.
shrooms, man.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that is a drug.
Mm-hmm.
Hallucinogenic.
Oh yeah. Also, apparently in Michigan, like Ann Arbor, like legalized like magic mushrooms.
Oh, really?
Legalized or
Mm-hmm.
decriminalized?
Decriminalized, I should say. Yeah.
Because I thought you could just buy the shrooms, so you won't get arrested now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a misdemeanor if you're caught with them. That's all it means. Which, I mean, if you're black, you're still fucked, but.
It's Michigan.
Yeah. Honestly, it's the U.S. uh, God damn, what was his name? It wasn't Aviators, but like, but kind of like how Tomb kind of faded into obscurity for the longest time because Tomb like got an actual job doing music.
Yeah.
Also, fuck, did you hear about the horror game that Tomb did the soundtrack for?
No. Well, first of all, you talking about horror. First of all, I'm a bitch.
That's
I'm
fine.
not gonna be able. But no, continue. What talk about is this?
Oh man, it hasn't come out yet, but and I mean like I know Tomb has just recently started like making original music, like Tombstone brand music again, with his own like Tombsona stuff. Uh,
Tombstone.
yeah, well he's got like these like weird like robots with skull heads, wearing like or robots wearing like skulled uh um motorcycle helmets or whatever, and they're called tombstonas. But he's pumped out a lot of like original music in the last like month. Um, fuck, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, at least 9 songs. He released a whole full album too. But like, I mean, I think I had shared around his song Drunk. He did a lot of really great stuff. Recently, all of it's really good. Okay, let me go to his, it might be in a playlist. 01. But it's a whole new song. It's a whole new game. Video game songs. It's definitely gonna be video game songs. Probably. Oh yeah, he did Goose Goose Revolution. Oh, well, I mean, I know he did Goose Goose Revolution. I fucking love Goose Goose Revolution. Goose Goose Revolution is fucking dope. It's for Untitled Goose Game.
I would have never guessed Goose Goose Revolution.
Right? Oh, it's called In Sound Mind. That's what it's called. In Sound Mind. Man, he released a couple songs for it on his YouTube. They're fucking amazing. I'm sorry, I stan all of my friends, so chat can go fuck themselves.
Okay.
Look at me
He's
using
Alright.
look at me using hip internet lingo.
Ew, stands.
Right? I fucking
Only stand I like is
the only stan you like is Kazakhstan? Yes. This is Casteroki, number 2 artist in all of Kazakhstan.
Number 2. I mean, yeah.
Because the
Well,
number 1
probably
artist
number
is prostitute.
down.
also safe.
Yeah.
But here, I will link you, A Doll's House from the Inside Mind OST that he released, and oh, fuck, man, is it lit. I mean, it's fucking terrifying, but it's lit. Here you go, Zen.
Appreciate the banger.
Drop my cigar. That is a cardinal sin. But yeah, fucking Tomb's been releasing some fucking real bangers lately. And I am so excited for In Sound Mind. Cause I mean, I love horror games to begin with. But like it's a horror game that he did the OST to, and the OST is fucking amazing.
So you can keep that.
Already scared from the music, Zen?
Can't even make it 30 seconds in. That's how much of a bitch I am.
No worries. But like, no, seriously. Here, I'll play it for chat because like, man, I am excited for it because like, if you get like an actual good psychological horror, I love, by the way, one of my favorite horror games is not Machine for Pigs because Machine for Pigs sucked, but the original one, Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Oh,
I watched a
such a
playthrough of that.
such a good game. Like they hit so much right in the like horror genre for what needed to be done right for horror, including like just the soundscape and the all the environment work was great, and like listening to A Doll's House. This just sounds like such an excellent fucking game. It's gonna get like
Remember when you're young, you surrender to the world.
here, I'm gonna like turn
Cry
that volume down. There we go. But oh, I know this is like the opening theme or whatever, but listening to the music just gets me so hype because it sounds like they're just gonna get all the environmental factors just fucking spot on, and the music's just gonna like make me shit my pants, and I love it. I love it. I was the kind of guy who, like, when Amnesia, when I did a playthrough of Amnesia, I like turned all the lights off and like put on a couple candles just to get the mood and the setting right, and then fucking proceeded to like scream like a little bitch. It was great.
I don't know who I was watching. I watched a Let's Play of that. I think it was Markiplier, maybe. Anyway,
Markiplier here.
maybe not. Anyway, point being, he was playing it, and there was a scene when this guy is like invisible. The invisible dude is chasing him, and since it's like a puzzle game, I think he can't go back where he came, so he's scared, running from it. And as he gets to the door, as he realizes he can't get out, and he can hear the guy behind him because the sound's that good, he just pauses the game and just starts fucking laughing his ass off. And now in the chat's like, this is the part where his mind breaks. I was like, yeah, that's why I'm not playing this game. I like sleep.
And you know what? That's fair. Oh, another good one I loved was Fear, like the original Fear. Now, playing through that now isn't really all that scary, but it terrified the shit out of me when it first came out because I was like 12, and it really wasn't the game that terrified me. It was some outside happenstance because my sister had a bad habit of sleepwalking.
Okay.
And so I played through Fear. And got all nice and like kind of like scared. But not enough that I couldn't sleep. And I go to bed. And all of a sudden, and I always closed my door.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden I kind of wake up half awake, like half asleep. And there's a ghostly image in front of my door. And my door's open, and there's like the girl from freaking Fear in my doorway, and I'm fucking terrified, shitless, screaming at the middle of the night. And what had happened was like, my sister had opened my door, and it woke me up because I'm a bit of a light sleeper. Like I'm a heavy sleeper when it comes to noise, but like movement or just like people getting near me, and all of a sudden I wake up. And Zen, you've experienced that. Oh, you must be Sasquatch. Oh, this is how I die. But yeah, people get within like a certain distance from me, and I always wake up. And my sister opened the door, and it woke me up, and I wasn't like fully awake, and obviously I was still like scared from this video game, and I could not play it for like the rest of the fucking like time. I had rented it from like Rogers or Blockbuster or whatever. I could not play it until a couple years later. When I was just like, oh, that was a fun game, because I was so scared from that game. And then I played it again. I got it for PC, and I'm like, man, this isn't really that scary. There were a lot of things about it that scared me at the time. Oh, it was so good. And I mean, playing through it again was a really good, really fun game, anyways. But yeah, because my
So when you
sister
screamed,
decided. Because my
so
sister.
when you screamed, so when you screamed, did your sister wake up?
No, because she disappeared. I don't remember. Like, and my sister doesn't remember any of that. And
That's hilarious.
yeah, I remember talking.
That means it wasn't your sister. That was real.
Right, it was real. Um, but oh, it was terrifying, and like, oh, it was great. I love it. Though now lately I found that like my reaction to being super scared, like absolutely terrified, is I just start laughing maniacally. I found that out when I went to a haunted hayride. It was a good haunted hayride, like not like cheesy haunted house type stuff. It was like really they went after us with like um chainsaws with the chains pulled off
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there laughing at the guy in his face, going, ah! And it was just like, oh god, like, afterwards, it was so obvious that it was a fight or flight response. But like,
At the time.
Giggle at the ghosties.
Yeah,
Giggle
pretty much. Yeah, giggle at the ghosties, but I'm just
So
fucking
giggle.
laughing the whole time, and everyone in the goddamn it was good. It was scary, and I loved it. It was a lot of fun, and everyone in it was just fucking screaming and terrified. And that was when I went down to Florida to visit Chris, because it was around Halloween, so they had haunted hayrides. Um, and it was in Florida, Bama, so.
Yeah, I enjoy my heart working. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, I like horror. I like horror movies. I like horror games. And I like it when they're done right and they're actually scary. Like things like Nightmare on Elm Street and like Friday the 13th are not scary. I don't consider them good horror games. They're just like cheesy jump thrills. And even then they're not that scary because like they follow the same pattern and you could just be like, "Oh, this is going to happen." Um Same thing with like My Bloody Valentine, or yeah, My Bloody Valentine was also really boring for a horror movie. Oh, um, you remember when like the new Friday the 13th, like the reboot came out in like the early 2000s? This was like before Ponies, so I want to say it was
Yeah.
like 2008 or whatever. You remember when that one came out? It was like a really big deal.
Yeah, I remember because my grandma said, "Oh man, another horror movie." Uh, Oh, and those people, white people, like love those horror movies,
Right?
which is thus proven.
It is
Uh,
proven. I mean, I'm a white man and I love horror movies.
so as always, she was not wrong.
No. But it was not scary at all. I invited a bunch of friends over and we like had a whole watching of it when it came to DVD because none of us like we were kids, we couldn't go see it in the theater. So I got my mom to rent it for us and we watched it in my house. And the scary we started taking bets about who would die and when. And the
Was
scariest
the
part
black
of that
guy?
um uh, I don't know. I think there was a black guy and he did die early on. There, so it was hilarious because the movie opened up and there was a whole bunch of kids camping and they all got murdered in like the first 5 minutes. And we're like, wait, is that the movie? Like, what the fuck happened? That was just like
I'm
the
making a
prologue.
berserker beetle. It's basically steroids. Mhm.
Basic steroids.
Are you talking to your
Yep,
girlfriend or chat?
my girlfriend.
Okay,
Okay.
I was gonna say because it doesn't look like chat has said anything because they're a bunch of boring cucks. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna bully chat. Um, what do you mean you don't have $5?
Wait,
You're
can I
getting all this
offer
content
advice
for
to all
free.
those listening?
Pardon?
Can I offer a piece of advice to all those listening?
Sure.
Stealing is cool, kids. Always do it when you have the chance.
I can agree with that, yeah.
The way to make any real fucking money is by stealing everything.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like we're making money off your girlfriend. We're stealing all her hard work.
See, friend? I told you, stealing is cool. All cool kids do it.
Oh my
Radical.
gosh, bad influence.
Super radical pugs.
Oh my gosh, no.
What was I talking about?
Bummer.
Oh yeah, Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the scariest part of that entire movie was the fact that like near the end, I almost lost all of the money I'd bet because I bet on the wrong person and the order they'd die. And then like 2 deaths later, I won it all back in an all or nothing. Because someone had the bad chance of looking back and seeing Jason. And I'm like, oh, they're dying next. They're dead. They're going to get stabbed right through the abdomen. I know it. I'm going all in. And everyone else went all in. And then I won the entire pot. Because she
Tapped in it.
died. She got stuck in this hole she was trying to um, scoot through and got stabbed. And I was like, no, she's not going to die. It's going to be the other chick who dies. And I'm like, nope, she saw the murderer. She's going to die. So yeah, the scariest part of that movie was the fact that I'd almost lost all my money.
That would truly terrify me.
Right? Like, who wouldn't be scared at almost losing all their money betting on a death order in a really boring horror flick?
When I was watching a comedian said, just imagine like how a kid feels when they let go of a balloon,
Hmm.
and they're like, "Oh, it's just a balloon, get another one." So you don't know how the kid feels. Like this, like imagine your wallet. Just imagine your wallet. Take out your pocket. And imagine it just flying up into the air. And be like, "Oh, oh!" Yeah, that's exactly how the kid feels.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Basically.
Ruano says, "Brave of you to imply we have girlfriends to weaponize the simp energy with." I wasn't talking about you, Ruano. I was talking about, um, well, Castor's
Someone
girlfriend's
else.
girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah, except for Caster.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. We're talking about the person who simps for Castor. Or I guess
Yep.
the person
Basically,
that Castor simps. I don't
one of
really
the
know.
two.
It's one of the two.
She's the one who asked.
She's the
I
one
was
who asks.
curious, okay?
Yes.
Looks like a giant
Now the
beetle.
question was, who was dinner?
Wait, what?
I said another question was, who was dinner?
Oh my. Har har har. No, like I said, we had freaking leftovers for dinner
Is
today.
that what you call it?
Oh my gosh.
Leftovers just means you start when you start yesterday.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Finish what you started. I'm sorry. So, well, as we are now on Caster again. So, Caster, is this just like it latches onto you and just starts injecting you with roids?
So essentially, what it does is it drinks blood.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, it also releases pheromones that make you that also sort of like encourage muscle growth
Mm-hmm.
as part of its like saliva deal.
Why would it
Um,
encourage muscle growth?
because it allows the creature to because it allows it to embed itself further into its host.
Oh, so it like digs itself into the host and it makes you grow muscles, um, to give it more stuff to embed into.
More or less.
Okay. I was gonna say like, what would it like increase blood pressure to like make it drink more? Well, I mean, it probably would as well if it's a roid beetle.
The
Yeah,
roid.
more or less. It's a roid beetle.
Increases your
We
blood
were
pressure, encourages muscle growth, makes you super. It makes you go full like berserker bane.
So
more
what
or
you're
less.
saying is, if you catch these and crush them up, you can create potion.
So
Yeah.
what I'm hearing is
Yes.
that people snort them.
So you're saying is
What
demon potion, right?
what I'm saying is, I mean, totally, you guys could make this as the healing potion thing, but like, what I'm saying is, uh, these guys, people may or may not intentionally have these guys as, they're local, they're like gladiators might, pop these guys, and they're sort of like steroids.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put one on my dick and I'm gonna fuck 1,000 bitches.
Exactly.
There you go. There's a solution to that problem.
Green Apple says howdy. Green Apple says unhowdy.
Howdy. Beautiful.
Green Apple comes in. Green Apple hears what I say. Green Apple leaves.
Well, my job is done here.
Right?
Very fair. But yes, more or less, this is a roid beetle, and there might be certain performers that use these, and there might be certain things against like sport things in which you use these.
Makes sense.
But also
Blood.
the case of like these guys could be crushed up into a potion to help.
It's a demon bug, if you will.
Yeah, more or less.
So, do they stack? Can you put multiple on them and kind of get like all the benefits? Or is only one?
Mm. I mean, they can stack, but you also run the risk of becoming so muscular you can't move.
Yeah, just kind of like how certain bodybuilders are so muscular they can't actually eat. They need people to feed them because their biceps are so big they can't put their arms to their mouth.
Professional butt wiper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that your job?
For the jet, yes.
So you go and you wipe all those officers' asses?
No, just the jet.
Just the jet. You just is Jet the name of the officer you're tasked to?
Nickname.
His nickname? Yeah, that makes sense.
Jet, Ace, they all the same.
I forget what it's called, but there is a job in the Navy, and like it's essentially I don't know if the U.S. Navy has it, but the Canadian Navy has a job, and it's essentially like your entire job is just to be naval officer bitch boy. You polish shoes, you freaking like press clothes, and you do all the work that like you know us as enlisted are supposed to do, but you do it for the officers.
Kind of. We call that unenlisted.
Well, I mean, okay, yes, but like I mean it's their actual trade. Like, like you have things like, well, I was a mat tech, and there's naval weapons techs, and there's infantry. Canada, the Canadian military calls those trades or MOSs. I think you guys call them.
Yeah, MOSs and
Yeah.
rates.
There's a specific MOS in the Canadian military that is quite literally officer bitch boy.
There might be, but I don't know that side. I'm just aviation side.
Uh,
We don't talk with the actual
yeah, I know.
naval side a lot.
You actually have like a real job to do. Um, let
Could
me
be the
think.
Air Force, where their whole job is to change tires. That's literally their whole job.
Oh, I mean that's a pretty common joke in the Canadian military. You got like Canadian VTECs and it's like they do absolutely everything. Um, you got one guy and he's trained to fix every vehicle in the fleet and more and do every job there is to do to fix a vehicle. Like there are like different things you're going to need. Like if you want to do hydraulics, you need like your hydraulics course or whatever. But like aside from like specialized stuff like that, yeah, you got a VTEC and he fixes every vehicle. You just have what today he could be doing a lav, tomorrow he could be fixing a tank, the day after he could be doing a staff car. Essentially, just like a Honda Civic or whatever that got bought that is used to drive around um, people of position. Um,
That's how it should be.
mhm. And then the joke is that yeah, in the Canadian military or in the U.S. military, um, you've got a guy specifically for changing tires, a guy for specifically doing brakes, a guy for specifically doing um, shocks, a guy specifically there to hold the tools for the other guys.
That's the Air Force in a
Yeah,
nutshell.
yeah. Well, that's pretty much how we view like everyone who's a tradesman in the U.S. military. It doesn't matter, um, like especially like Army, Air Force, and Marines. Um, this is your like literally. There are stories of like Canadian VTECs who like came across U.S. vehicles that were broken down because they had a flat tire and there's a spare on the vehicle. And they're like, "Hey, why don't you just like change out the spare yourself?" And the guy goes, "Oh, I can't. It's not my It's not my job. I have to call the actual tire tech to
Oh
change
my
to the
god.
spare tire." And like it's a bunch of VTECs, and they're like, "Well, fucking, why don't we do it for you then? If you're not allowed to do it, we're allowed to do it. We all have our certs for this vehicle." um,
Yeah, it is sad.
yeah, because like I mean, hell, I was in the I was a mat tech. I'm a machinist. slash millwright, an industrial sewer, a woodworker, an auto body paint, auto body frame repair, um, welder, sheet metal worker, gas mask repair, composite repair, structural repair. I did not get my CCAN inspection, but CCAN is part of Mat Tech trade. Um, yeah, it's everything. Um, we laugh and we call ourselves the Kings of Kings. Um, because like we do everything and everyone needs us because it's what we do. We also, since we're fabricators by trade, like it does not matter where we are, we're gonna have some form of shop. And um and it's like, hey, we're out in the field and we're gonna be out in the field for like 3 months without a shower. No, 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 no. You guys are gonna be out in the field for 3 months without a shower. After 3 hours, or after like an hour and a half, we're going to have a shower with heated water. Because we're mat techs. We're just going to build whatever the hell we need. And I mean, since we're part of like our artisan platoon, um, I think it might have been called a steward.
Oh, the
Uh,
bitch boy.
yeah, stewards. That's what they're called. That's what they're called.
Yeah, that
The
sounds
bitch
like
boy.
that sounds about right.
Yeah. Um. Uh. But yeah, like that was just all we. I didn't I didn't care, and like because like artisan platoon in the company is a really small platoon. It's made up of 3 trades. In the uh in the service battalion, it's just our platoon in maintenance company. So like vehicle techs have their own platoon, and they're like usually like 200 people, even though that's not how. But a platoon is smaller than 200 people. They're fucking massive because there's just so many VTechs. And then you've got like five. You've got an actual platoon, and it's a couple mat techs, some EO techs, some weapon techs, and so like they're their own section, they're their own little group in the company, and it's just the 3 trades, and we get all buddy buddy because why the hell wouldn't we? So we get all the nice like my my firearm gets fixed all right, nice and good because I can just walk over to the to the weapons tech and be like, "Hey, I need this thing fixed on my weapon. Could you like add this extra little combobble for me? Whatever it is." And then like we have the EO techs and their electronics and optics. So they're the guys who have all the generators. So usually Artisan Platoon has its own personal generator. And also usually the EO techs bring like big fuck off flat screen TVs and like an Xbox and whatever. So we're just fucking sit, and then like we build a shower and we build furniture, and so we've got like lazy boys and shit, and we're fucking playing Xbox, and we're all clean, and we're doing laundry, and everyone else is fucking sucking the suck. And we look over at them and we fucking laugh.
That sounds about right.
And the VTechs are like, hey, and then like the officers come over and go, hey, we heard you guys had a shower. Could we fucking use it? No, sir. We don't have a shower. Fuck off. Um, though everyone knows that we like have a shower and amenities, and the only people we let use them are people we like. There were like select officers that are on our list that we liked that were outside of Artisan Platoon, and they got to use our shower. No one else did. uh, Fuck. That was a good time. I mean, shit, man. We had electricity, so like, someone would bring like one of those like grilled cheese makers, like the kind of like a waffle maker, but for grilled cheese. and we just have like grilled cheese sandwiches all the time. Hot grilled cheese sandwiches, and because like
As
the
opposed to
raw,
cold grilled cheese sandwiches.
yeah, I know, right? Fresh,
That's
good
fresh.
made grilled cheese sandwiches. And like another big thing is because we have a rod oven for all of our welding rods. We'd also just have fuck tons of pizza pops because the rod oven's perfect for cooking pizza pops in.
The fuck's a pizza pop?
Oh, you don't know what a pizza pop is, man?
No.
Neither do I.
I don't think that's a American thing.
Do you freeze a
What?
pizza?
No, 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 no. It's like a little calzone.
Pizza pockets?
Yeah, pizza pockets, I think you guys call them.
Yeah, we call
Okay.
Do you
we
guys
call them
have like
pizza pops.
it's a Pillsbury brand pizza pocket? I know you guys know
Okay.
what Pillsbury is. Here, I will I'll
Yeah.
put it on stream. And then I will link you guys here.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's
pizza
a pizza
pockets,
pop.
pizza rolls. We call them both those.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like we'd make pizza pops. Because fuck yeah. So like that's a pizza pop. I will post it in Versal's shit post.
Okay, it's a bit bigger than a hot pocket. No, I know.
It,
Yeah, I've never seen that type,
yeah.
but I've had things like that. It's
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
just
People would have things like that. We have actual like pizza pop brand pizza pops like from like McCain.
calzone.
Those suck. Those suck. Oh, they're terrible.
Pepperoni and bacon? That sounds awesome.
Oh, they're fucking amazing. Um, that was like the pepperoni and bacon, by the way, is like the basic version. That is just the one you find everywhere. And it took them forever to just get regular pepperoni pizza pops. I think they just came out with regular pepperoni pizza pops like 4 years ago, or something. And these have been around since I was like, since the early 90s. Um, but yeah, they're so good. Like you microwave them and they're like all gooey, and then like if you cook them in the oven, they become kind of like crunchy. Because the outside gets cooked to be kind of crunchier. Where if you microwave them, like the outside, it's still all fully cooked. Like you could just like defrost it and eat it, but it's not really that great.
Yeah.
Um, uh, but oh, they're great. I love them. Pizza pops are amazing. So yeah, like, so yes, we have rod ovens for keeping our welding rods at the or pizza roll for keeping our pizza pops or pizza rolls or pizza pockets or whatever. We use our rod ovens for specifically that are designed and made for like making sure our sticks for our stick welder stay at the right like humidity, because if they get wet they're fucked and then they don't weld, or they don't weld well. um and we use them to cook pizza pops because they're the right temperature that you can put a pizza pop in it and just forget about it for 2 hours. And like you'll still pull it out and it'll still be a good fresh pizza pop. So yeah, the joke with Matt Tex, aside from the fact that we're the king of kings because we're full of ourselves, um, we are the best trade in the army. No trade is as good as ours. Despite the fact that we have to deal with so much bullshit. But um, the joke is that we have no gaff, which is a give a fuck factor. You know,
True.
so our morale's always high because we don't have a gaff. Our gaff is broken. Oh. Oh man, why aren't you guys like giving a fuck? Why should I give a fuck about like the fact that I had to like do a 6-hour stand too? I had fresh hot pizza pops the entire time. like I had a beer on demand. I don't care.
Yo,
Oh
Casper.
man, you guys had all this stupid shitty bullshit while I made a shower and I got to have a nice shower, so I'm happy. Like why would I
Hmm.
be? What was shitty about this camping trip?
Speaking of shitty camping trips, Casper, what are you making?
I am making a firefly mosquito.
Ooh la la.
It something. It does something.
It does something. Does it suck your blood and then shoot it at you like a glowing projectile?
Yeah, if you piss it off, just if you try
I
to
feel
smack
like
it,
you
it'll
just
try to.
decided that that was a thing it did.
Yes, it was like, okay, great idea, L9. I'm gonna just assume. I'm just gonna assume that I like thought of it all this time.
Hey, I'm down for it, like sucking your blood and then using it as a projectile.
Yep, you guys got your blowfies now. You're welcome.
These blood wings.
Bloodwing's a really great name for it.
Mhm.
I like how it's proboscis. It's cricket.
Right. It will make you hurt.
Mhm. Like a mosquito. You definitely feel that bitch, but you'll feel this bitch a lot more.
Well, technically speaking, you don't feel mosquitoes bite until afterwards. Damn, bless you.
I mean, in a way, yeah. Your hand is super duper cold.
Just like my soul.
Edgy.
Darkness fills my soul.
Edge.
You're cutting me through the screens now.
Wait,
Also, we went up on that $80.
what?
Our Indiegogo went up another $80.
Hey, almost to that 800.
You mean
You mean
8,000?
8,000?
8,000, yeah. 800, it would be a lot more of a sad, depressing situation.
Oh yeah, no one's getting paid.
Right.
No one's getting paid.
Not even us, because it's on refund.
Yep. Okay. So Zen or L9, do you guys have any ideas for parasitic / symbiotic creatures?
Do I have any ideas? Do I have any ideas? Well, first off, L9, don't you need to go?
What time is it? Oh man, it's like almost 9:30. You're right. I should go soon. But I should probably come up with an idea. Um, uh, um, 1 second.
Ah, yes, the worst parasite of them all.
Right.
The forget me fly.
Right. Oh. Hmm.
Okay, well, I'm hopping off.
Oh, good night, or whatever.
Night.
Uh.
Now, Caster, if you continue, it's going to be canon.
Wait,
Right.
what?
If you continue, that creature is going to be canon.
Oh, this creature?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the head spider?
Head spider.
Is it upside down or is it not? No one knows.
I kind of. Um.
Yeah, I'm just. While you're doing the thingies, I'm just gonna do a bunny spider.
That's fine. I was thinking maybe something based off of a roundworm.
Round.
Do you guys not have roundworms in the States?
Maybe. Round.
I've heard of them, but like,
Oh man, they're a bit of a big deal here. Puking at a roundworm.
Exactly. It's a plant parasitic known as eelworms. Okay.
Well, they're nematodes, but
Nematodes. I saw that SpongeBob. I know this. They're like intestinal worms. Ew.
um. Ooh. Oh fuck. You know what? No. I want this. It'd be probably closer to disease, but no. A heartworm.
yeah,
I want
heartworms are pretty nasty.
heartworms are nasty. But people can get roundworm. Uh. Oh, sorry. I'm thinking ringworm, not roundworm.
Okay, yeah, okay. Then now I understand what you're talking about.
Roundworm is an intestinal worm that is kind of common, really common in Canada. It's like one of our most common parasites.
Hmm.
But that's like it's kind of close to like pinworms and tapeworms. Um,
Hmm.
but and you can get like roundworms in like your eye. It's not just in your like intestines. Oh, roundworms, horrifying. Um, uh, but we already have a parasite that kind of fucks with your eye, so roundworm's probably not the best to go for. But ringworm, uh, it's technically a fungal infection, but
They're not actually a worm.
yeah, it's not actually a worm. But it is, um, but
Okay.
had a lot of foster kids come in that had ringworm. Oh, it's nasty. Blech. Um, uh, so I don't know if you want like a parasite idea. I guess like a roundworm, and I mean like not the intestinal roundworm, which is really just like a flatworm, but like a roundworm mixed with ringworm.
Okay.
Cause fuck people.
Yeah,
Leech.
exactly.
Leech man, I love leeches.
Lamprey.
Yeah, lamprey. Um, honestly, like a couple times I've thought about getting a medical leech as a pet. Um,
They
cause
make for very interesting pets.
well, man, like depending on how you like store them and what conditions you keep them in, they're either just like really active or just like you fucking check on them every couple of months. Um, from what I see. But I thought I always thought it'd be kind of cool. And to like get one and then feed it off of myself because fucking why not?
I mean,
Oh,
that's how like people who do keep like keep them as pets. That's how they usually do it.
That's how a
Do
lot
it.
of people do it. There are a couple other ways to do it. It's actually not recommended to use yourself as a feeding tool. Um, I forget why. Well, sorry, is if you are keeping leeches in general, do not use yourself as a feeding tool. If you are keeping medical leeches, it is safe because like the whole reason for medical leeches is for medical purposes. The reason you don't use like general leeches for yourself, you instead feed them like dead fish and bugs, is because they might have. But yeah, ringworm mixed with a roundworm.
Okay.
The headworm. Essentially, it was gonna be
It's a dickworm.
dick.
The only non-chimera animal in the entire Astoria is a dick, so people can send other people random unsolicited dick pics.
Beautiful.
The portraits.
Right.
So if you kill a dick and then serve it up, can you officially say someone to tell someone to eat a dick?
You have to tell them to eat a dick. If you want to just tell someone to eat a dick, just mail them a bag of dicks. Like, there's an entire service around that. You could also mail them packets of glitter, if you're really evil. Yeah, I might do that. Caster, what's your address?
I can tell you off stream.
No, everyone needs to like send her packets of gummy dicks and glitter.
Yeah, well,
Oh no. I mean, I think my girlfriend and I would probably be able to eat the gummy dicks, but like glitter.
Or I'd give them to my roommate.
Yeah, give them to our roommate. He's pretty gay.
he pretty gay. So accurate.
Yeah.
Cyberdongs, says Orano. Ooh, I don't know.
Speaking of cyberdongs, who's excited for
Yeah.
um
Yes.
you're excited for cyberdongs?
I'm excited for Cyberpunk 2020.
You mean
Cyberdong
2077? Cyberpunk, the original game, takes place in the year 2020. Um, but no, then the video game by CD Projekt Red is Cyberpunk 2077.
2077. My brain is dumb. But yes, I am excited.
Oh.
Yeah, Cyberpunk 2020 is a good game. I mean, honestly, it is the Cyberpunk game. Like, it is the game that kind of started Cyberpunk as a genre for tabletop games.
I thought it was Blade Runner.
No. Blade Runner started the Cyberpunk genre. Cyberpunk itself was the first Cyberpunk tabletop game. Everyone kind of like when people think Cyberpunk games, a lot of, but Cyberpunk, Shadowrun kind of stole its ideas from Cyberpunk, which, if I remember correctly, is the game that like Cyberpunk is really kind of what made the Cyberpunk genre take the name Cyberpunk. But I can't remember that. Don't quote me on it.
Bro, he's wrong. Anyway, hey,
I'm wrong. What?
I don't know. Fuck if I know. I only know history.
You only know history. You don't know the history of tabletop games, then? Wow, you can call yourself a gamer?
You right?
You don't know everything about games then? How dare you even call yourself like a freaking member of Dead Tree? How dare you?
Well, no.
That alone that 10.
Yeah, I for a second I thought you were gonna say, "How dare you call yourself a gamer?" I was gonna say, "Well, he uses the gamer word, so."
Gamer.
Well, no, I mean,
Also, stream is dying.
I know the stream keeps dying. Um, my connection keeps dying.
Yes. Oh, also, Cassie, you should totally draw lice.
Lice?
Lice
Super
chimeras.
lice. Oof.
Super lice.
Yeah.
Super lice? I can do that.
So it's lice and crabs mixed together.
Okay.
And somehow it's an STD.
Alright, one moment. Let me get myself set up.
Yeah, once no worries.
Uh, before that. Okay, that's working. Okay. I put up voice meter so I won't hear you guys for that. What the fuck? Alright, I'm back.
Welcome.
Okay, I gotta adjust volume. In case you're wondering, like, I was going, like, what the fuck for? What the fuck, indeed? What? Oh, okay, so I saw, like, a shadow, like, a big old shadow go across our window, which made me worried because, like, that's really, like, we have a really tall-ass window that's at least a little bit off the ground. Like, people aren't that tall. I was
And,
like,
to,
what is
and then you quickly realize that it was just your girlfriend standing outside on the bottom floor with her pants off, waving her dick in front of the window.
No, it turned out it was just like the light of a car, like going across, like a light of a car, like going, like reflecting off the friggin' reflecting off the blinds and freaking me out.
You're in too deep. It's almost Halloween.
Alright, we'll see how well this turns out because based on how YouTube's loading, it might not be good on my end either.
Oh no.
Oh, ish.
So Zen, you
Yeah.
got OBS?
No.
Zen doesn't even have a computer.
I'm here
Ooh,
in spirit. I'm using astral projections to talk to you guys.
Right?
goddamn.
That being said, Cassie, you should totally mix the lights with that.
Oh, mixed lights with that candy crab boy.
No, the thing below it.
Oh, the what?
The thing below it.
Oh,
Oh.
I have not seen that yet. I will have to look.
Oh,
Oh,
what is
oh,
that?
No fucking clip. I
it's a
just saw it.
mite.
Well, I mean, it's definitely a type of mite, but like.
It looks like
Oh,
a damn chimera already.
right?
Damn nature. Why you taking our job from us?
Damn nature, you scary.
Pretty much.
Okay, let's try this. Okay, so dead tree. Alright, let's go to the create file. Create. Well, let me go to the go live thingy. Live. And come on, it takes its time to load. Oh boy, howdy does it. What is going on in the background that's causing everything? I'll close. Excellent connection, it says, after it took like a whole ass minute to fucking load.
Is drunk.
Drunk.
Right. Well, excellent connection is just my connection. Because I'm the one streaming.
True, true.
It's saying that my
Well, we'll watch
connection's
what
excellent.
happens when.
Yeah. Who knows what'll happen when you go
All
live?
right, then. Yep, yep. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Not
3, 2, 1, go.
And vouch.
All right, YouTube, what you gonna do?
Guys,
All right, and then I'm gonna stop streaming here. Okay.
there you go.
All right, let's do a quick test to see what happens. I'm gonna color an eye pink. Let's see if that translates. All right.
Alright. It looks to be okay.
Hooray!
Locally okay. Stealth games. Oh man, I'm getting echoes.
Looks like you just shot it in the eye.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right.
With that, I will finish my one. And then go to bed.
Okay.
Thank you everyone for joining us so far. Even though the stream isn't ending, but I'm thanking you anyways because I'm going to bed. Because you all disgust me because you have to earn enough money at Dames of Asstoria. But we all supported Dames of Asstoria. You say, yeah, well, you didn't like throw $1,000 each at Dames of Astoria, and I demand pictures of Spider-Man or something. I don't know. Either way, thank you all for joining, and I will see you all Tuesday when we stream. Probably, possibly, hopefully. Now I leave you with Zen and Casteroki, the actual interesting ones in the stream.
You say that as you're the one who did like most of the talking.
Yeah, that's because I don't know how to shut up.
Whee.
It has its advantages, right? Fun fact, I know Zen knows this because I posted about this in the staff chat, but hilariously enough, when I was Wednesday, so yesterday, when I was getting doing my test for my formal certification, uh, the like boss's wife, who's the who's the person at the company who has all of the certs for doing training and does all of the training, was sitting there and going like, oh yeah, you know, blah blah blah. My husband and I were talking, and like your demeanor and like your attitude and all that are like all like really major assets for the job position, and like we're really happy we hire you. Because like holy shit, like you deserve the job, and like your attitude and all that's like perfect. And I'm just like, yes, I know, I'm super loud and I'm kind of an asshole. And she's just like, yeah, yeah, but I mean, you kind of need to be. my job to run around and find all the parts and then put them together and then wrap the order up, send it out to the customer. But that usually a lot of times has me bitching at people going, where is X part? Why was it not cut? Has it been cut? Where is it? What are you doing? Come on. Like, honestly, my job is interesting, but other job is. Why is work not done? Where is it?
Give work now.
Pretty much, but I'm also crying because like there's a lot of work that's been on my quarter. Like I essentially walked into this job on a goddamn shit show, and it's just like there's a whole explosion, and I'm just like, and everyone's like, hey, what about these jobs that you started on your first day? Are they like done? No, I'm still like waiting for stuff for them. What are they gonna be done? Fucking I know. They're like 2 weeks. They were like essentially a week late when I started. And I have decided that I will become a paperwork grandpa. Everything needs paperwork. If you do not give me paperwork, I will be the angry. So apparently, I now have a best love child with paperwork. That is how much I love it.
So what you're saying is you're getting yourself some ample practice for when the Dames of Asstoria book starts the process of being made. Well, more so than it is now.
I'm already like, I'm good with like logistics. I already have a lot of experience in managing logistics and all of that stuff. That's not that. No. I just have all these stacks of paper, and I hate paperwork. I hate paperwork so much, but like I'm just like, paperwork now. I want paperwork. Give me paperwork.
Give me.
If I do not have paperwork, I am not. Yeah, give me paperwork or fuck off.
Give me.
Like things come from we occasionally send parts out to get machined by like actual machine shops that have better machine capabilities. Like because there are some things we can't machine in house, and like I'm always just like, oh, wait, what? This came in from the machine. Like things came in from the machine shop. I want the paperwork from that machine shop before anyone else gets it. It's mine. I want it. I need to note down what is coming, what is going, what is different. And I'm just like, paperwork, mine.
Mine. You just like they like come in like they have like the paperwork in hand and then like you just lunge at them like a fucking raptor, like grab the paperwork, like land and then hiss at them before you run off into your corner.
Yeah, it's pretty much gotten to the point where like the actual like desk ladies that you have to submit all of like the receipts and stuff to for when stuff comes in and goes out. Like if I can like essentially walk in and be like, has anything come in while I was away, or has anything come in without me noticing? And they'll be like, yeah, here's your paperwork. Thank you. And I've only been here like I think this is my second week. It was 1 week on Tuesday that I started work. I haven't even been here 2 weeks, and people are like, "Yep, here's your paperwork." So yeah, good times. Paperwork. Also, Zen, have you yet to receive that shipment of CDs yet?
Wait, what?
Man, we ordered the physical CDs for the people who ordered the physical CD for David.
Now, first of all, did you put it to my new address?
Yes.
Okay. No.
When did you move to this new address?
Last year, December.
Last December, we ordered these in like February. So I would have double checked the address with you, and unless you gave me your grandmother's address, they would have went to your address.
Yeah, it is over there.
Yeah. Also, so like I keep looking at that address, and I don't know the difference between your old address and your new address. I feel like you're in the same building but in different apartments.
Yeah. Check that. Well, how do you send any confirmation that they actually sent it?
No, I gotta go bug them about it. Because I put in the order right before Corona hit, and then Corona hit. And now California's on fire. So, yeah, I should probably go mention that. But yeah, I was just wondering if you got it, because I never even got it out. We shipped it out. Here's your tracking number before, or notification. So yeah, I'll do that. Alright, now I definitely need to go to bed. It's like 10 to.
Like,
Night.
I saw that caster.
Oh, you saw what I put. Yeah. These are little boys. These little boys will like crawl on your head and then they'll sort of cuddle up and sleep too, but they'll actually be going through and eating your dreams.
That's horrifying.
But they're super duper tiny. They're like the size of a jumping spider.
I know. So what you're saying is a dream catcher is literally just a spider.
Yep, basically.
Lovely. Alright. Now, on to this life/photo I just posted.
I gotta remember what lice look like real quick.
They actually look pretty cool. Now, actually look at what they look like. In my humble opinion.
In your humble opinion, as God.
Yes, compared to other parasites like, worms.
Yeah.
Which look less cool, but are, strangely enough, more dangerous. The spices of some of these boys. Speaking of, No Man's Sky, for those who don't know, has just released their final update. They now have sandworms. Good luck.
Okay, what am I looking for? Alright. Alright, those dudes, right.
Yeah, those guys.
Those boys.
Yeah. Also, our lower video got some more hits. That was pretty cool. But again, we got no boost. I don't know who is vegetarian, but
Nice.
managing things around somewhere.
And then what you posted, Zen.
Yes. Apparently that's from Singapore.
That's from Singapore?
Uh-huh.
So, I know where I'm not going.
You shouldn't go down fungus.
Okay, so this boy is just like, what the fuck?
Boy. Also, let's see. Street Fighter, another one. Such for free. So this will be the fourth, right?
This is actually the fifth one.
This is the fifth one?
Yeah, because we have 1,
Forgot this.
2,
Oh, yeah,
3.
see that.
Yep, 4.
Caster. Sneaking in those, quick numbers. Using small creatures.
Yep, using small, simple creatures.
Clever girl.
Clever girl.
Clever girls. Cat Cretaceous on Netflix.
I think after I meet this quota of 5, I'll do the coral crab real quick.
You want it? You're just pumping it out, Caster. Then again, you did do that in like 2 hours.
Very true.
Compared to the other streams, that's twice as fast, I would say.
Yeah, but then again, these are like more simple, like creatures.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because they're simple, you got them out, fast, 2 hours, as opposed to 4 hours on like Tuesday.
Mhm.
So that design, I'm already like that's why it sounds like a song getting burned in the background.
Oh, my girlfriend is fighting things in ESO.
I turned the volume down.
No, you're fine. It's just he just didn't know where it was coming from.
And I at least want to know who's being murdered, so you know I have the deniability.
Exactly. But then again, they might just arrest you just for being associated.
Tails all the time. You know what the head looks like?
Wait, what?
The head you just drew looks like. Well, it looks like a penguin.
It looks like a what?
A penguin.
Oh, sort of do.
Yeah, and it can also play up in that.
So this thing's actually penguin colored.
I mean, it can be. You should give it a top hat.
Give it a top hat. Alright, I'll give you a version of it with a top hat. And a monocle to boot.
Bet. So you treat me right.
Wait, what?
I say you treat me right.
Yeah. Honestly, you guys could probably hold off on like a good chunk of the parasites, and then release like a sub book of diseases of Astoria, and have them under that.
Yeah, whole disease. Ooh, excuse me. That's funny. So we keep getting comments on our ad we put on Dames, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we chose the book cover essentially for the thing.
Yeah.
Now the book cover is a poster we have, but it's obviously cut in two. So the front page has the Lamia, the centaur, and the harpy. And one of the guys posted comments says, "What the hell is the girl on the left doing? Does wearing a top reduce her magic power?" And he's referring to the Lamia, who has the silk top.
Mm-hmm. Wait.
At least I think it's the guy.
Wait. So he was asking if wearing a top reduced her power?
Yeah, because she's not wearing a top, I guess, or not wearing full covering.
Mm-hmm.
He does wear a top reduce her magic power. I'm assuming she's a spell, so she doesn't need max magic power.
No, it's just that deserts are hot.
That too. Well, they don't know where it's from, so I can't blame them.
Mm-hmm.
And technically speaking, you don't want to have a skull skin that does it anyway. But they're snakes, so they're
Mhm.
Well, care less.
Yeah.
Oh, funny enough, speaking of deserts, did you know there's an ant, right? Well, on this topic of deserts, there's an ant that is actually completely covered in like silver, not like actual silver, but its exoskeleton is like a silver sheet,
Mhm.
and I forget what does they are, but it's like I want to say that's not the Mojave. Anyway, this is the desert gets so hot in the midday. Nothing goes out to the desert. It's all on the ground. They go inside that shade or houses or not houses, homes or whatever. So nothing's out there, and everything that's out there dies almost instantly. But then there's these ants that have the silver sheen, and they're able to last specifically, I believe it was 7 minutes out in that desert. So they go out there and reflect all the heat, and basically scavenge every dead body and foliage they can and bring it back to their nest before they expire.
Mhm.
And it's super cool because they don't look real.
So they look like little robots.
Kind of, yeah. Like it was like someone CGI'd them.
So what you're saying is you want them in your game.
It was the Sahara, and yes, the Sahara silver.
Okay.
And it like when you have time, just look them up. Like they just look so artificial, synthetic,
Mhm.
alien.
Unreal.
Unreal. Plus, the silver, they can go over where gold and silver being got.
Mhm.
Oh, also that fast as fuck. That was also a thought. Most because they have
Yeah, definitely.
died. There you go. Let's see, 1 yard in a second, which is equivalent to a human running 360 miles per hour.
No, it's a servo.
Yeah.
Anyway, the more you know. There's facts.
Yeah. Animal facts.
Oh, I love them.
I'm liking how this creature's coming out.
Mhm. And people are gonna find it in their hair. Ugh.
This could be the head crabs.
Yep. Just like package up L9s and yours all in one.
Grandfather.
That's an Australian cowboy. Wait, no, not Australian cowboy. An Australian shepherd.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
They make hives of skulls of their targets.
Yep.
Oh man, actually that could be. So, how do you feel about living hives?
I think they're very interesting. Honestly, for like the race I'm working on, they are essentially gonna be a living. There is gonna be a section of it, like a offshoot of them, which can become a living hive in a sort.
What race you was talking about?
Remember how I was talking about like the MLP race that I was planning on making for FOE, and it's gonna essentially be in like essentially like vampire slash werewolf themed, in which they're gonna be ponies, but like they open up into these horrendous centipede things. And their whole deal is gonna be pheromones. Well, I mean, I figured that there would be a section of them, like I was gonna be like the Queen of Worms or something like that, and they would be essentially.
What is it with you and bugs?
Bugs are neat, okay, but they would essentially be living, more or less living hives that have control of the bugs that are currently that are inhabiting them.
Yo, that's weird. But that, alright, that's also horrifying. Continue.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm currently slowly but surely whacking away at the art for it. Just because for me personally, for me to like better like figure out, oh hey, what do I do? It's better for me to have like art of it first, and then I can think from there. But that's just how my thought process goes. Like, I've got to say, like, I respect you and L9 for being able to go through and stat shit, cause like, oh boy, that's a bit more of a actually a decently hard job that people might not be able to properly people might not appreciate as much as you know you usually do, like what they would appreciate other things. Like standing, like actually, like coming up with like the mechanics and like the actual dice rolling thing and like all that deal is like a lot hard. Is actually pretty decently difficult, and there are people where it's come too easily, and then there's like me where I'm like math.
Meh.
Because I think it is you and L9 that work up like the actual like math mechanical side of things.
Yeah,
Mathematical.
yeah. I'm the lead game designer, so I'm the one dealing with all the that shit.
Mhm.
And I bounce ideas and I'm off of L9 and the others. If you want like an actual team, it's me, L9, and Versal.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because Versal does do that thing with the thing.
Yeah, he breaks it.
He
Like
breaks
the
it so you
asshole
guys know
he
how to
is.
fix it.
Yeah, but the Versal ever tell you I punched him?
Wait, what?
Yeah. So I was going to. It's funny. So I was going to Detroit to, well, where was I going? Cider Fest. I was going to Cider Fest, so I had to go to Detroit. So we talked to him, right? So
Mhm.
as we got, I punched him in the chest. That was the first action I did.
Mhm.
Because all the like now we've been friends for like 3 years at that point. All the years of bullshit characters breaking systems, just other bullshit. And he was like, I got you. So about 6 months later, he came to another convention. And he's like, Zen, Verso. And he punched me in the chest. I was like, you got me, motherfucker.
Beautiful. And that's how friendships are done.
Exactly.
So screw the theme of like freaking like parasites. You know what the theme of today is apparently? Freaking red eyes.
Red eyes.
Yep.
the heck? You know, Facebook won't let me comment. It's a conspiracy.
Oh no. They're trying to silence you, Zen.
Yeah, I can't even like respond to these loyal customers who are trying to get some answers. It's like we're having trouble getting your request. Like,
Alright. Alright, I believe these guys are done.
la. Now, you say he's going to do the coral crab?
Yep, I'll get the coral crab done,
Shingles.
because he needs to be done. And that way I don't have to worry about 5 if I'm doing anything more complex. At some future date. Since, you know.
Yeah. Let's see, if you're doing, you already did the 5 now. So you guys be 6. So, if you keep doing 5 each, you'll have 19 to do on your 4.
Mm-hmm. I'll probably do another 6 another time. I'll probably do another 6 at another time. Just because I want it to be 18 rather than 19 because I like even numbers.
You are a creature, Cassie.
Yep.
Like, I'm gonna wait for the cast anime to come out.
Caster anime to come out. If anything, it'd probably just be like a friggin' comic book.
Like, you don't understand. Like, I got the series plotted out. You know, your flashbacks in there, dealing with your brother and father, your teenage years as a werewolf, but not really. It's all.
Yep, it was all, and I was very upset. I was very upset I could not murder my classmates.
so you actually took it into your own hands and then murdered your art classmates.
Exactly. Just like this is just basically a story of a villain.
Is it though, or just a relatable person?
I mean, I was upset that I couldn't murder my bullies.
Exactly.
Relatable.
The D&D.
Wait, what?
As a D&D a reference picture of Sipkin, the fox slayer.
Yeah, I could use a bit of reference. And then I'll probably like add some more choral elements for it, just because like I needs it.
You need it. See, I would give you a picture with just clicking the boss layer, but doing the picture, Fishhead didn't make these guys individually. He put them all as he was making them.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. So the only ones I can actually get out there actually. So Dog Girl and the Heartbeat System work. The only ones I can even cut out back there.
Okay.
He's having fun.
Definitely. All right.
Like, damn, I'm pretty. Also, Cass, there's another artist called Alarix. Since he was interested in being a console artist too. So I gave him the same assignment of making the Gobloids, but he's taking a different approach to it. I'll show it to you when it's done.
Oh, cool. I would definitely be interested. So they're taking a different approach, like doing the Gobloids from scratch.
Yeah, they're not using they still use the monkey base, but they're using animals, not insects.
Okay, very cool.
Crap wave. Alright, Cass.
Yes.
When you first started this assignment, what did you expect it to be like? Like what? I should say.
When I first started it, I felt like I was gonna have to like write like a 3-page like essay on each one, and like
They're still young.
yeah, I could still always end up with like a 3-page essay, having to do 3-page essays, but I thought like it was gonna be much more of a serious, like I'm working for like a company, and like there wasn't gonna be, I didn't expect like chillax talking. Like I was expecting more like, okay, so business.
Some business. It could have been like that, but you know.
And honestly, I was thinking that all the way up until they were like, so we need some help with advertising. I was just like, why not stream? Like I was thinking that all the way up until I actually started streaming with you guys.
Jokes.
Just
Then
because
you realize how hard being racist you are.
I just realized like you guys like sometimes you forget, like even though you guys are basically the heads of a company, in a way, a studio at the very least. Like you guys are actually like you tend to forget like, oh crap, CEOs can be chill. Or well, I guess you guys aren't like, I don't know how to explain it. Something. I thought you guys are like a taller tower in like difference than me, than what it actually was. Yeah.
Girl, we're still in the basement level.
Yeah.
We're at least in the building, I should say. So you know.
You're at least in the building. But, like, I'm just saying, like, I was thinking, like, the difference between, like, as far as, like, professionalism was, like, I was at the bottom of this massive-ass tower, and, like, you and, like, but, like, what it turns out, you guys are just quite literally, like, a stepping stool.
Wow, Glenn, way to talk about your employers like that. Yeah, we're just using you as stepping stones to further my own career.
I know, right?
Eat shit. Glenn, how could you?
I mean, they're using my art talents to further their career.
Glenn, how could you? How could you?
I mean, it's equal opportunity culture. So yeah, I mean, understand. It turns out, like, because I've been asking artists around for other stuff, not many people actually know how to, surprisingly, market their own art to a company. You ask, hey, what we ask you, like, hey, what would be your rates? And you said, I don't know. You're not the one that knows that. You know, like some people who are, like, I would assume be asked constantly, actually have not. They just do commissions. They don't actually have like a rate to be hired out like that. So I was surprised.
Yeah. For me, like, I was doing mostly art as a hobby by the time you guys, like, picked me up. Because, like, I don't have confidence in my art skill. And even now, I still don't really.
Many people don't.
So I was just like, I don't think, like, my art skills are quite literally, like, are exactly, like, like, game book worthy, but, like, at the very least, I'm decent with kind of coming up with monsters. Like, that's, like, the only skill I could say that I particularly have, is that I'm decent with coming up with monsters.
Hey, so we how you are.
Yep.
And you know what, Caster? But here at the Tree Studios, we don't believe in going to the grain. We're going against the grain. We don't need those D&DS pictures of like highly detailed monsters. All we need is a fun game and fun friends.
Yeah.
Which is also why half our shit is in Google Docs. The peak of professionalism.
Yep. But I mean, I do definitely appreciate the Google Doc. Well, that I'm able to just, like, send my stuff to you guys in Google Docs. Instead of, like, you guys, like, having, like, your own thing in which, like, I have to sign, like, a contract every time I finish an art. Which, I mean, it's eventually gonna be like that, but...
See, that's for people who actually have a paycheck.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I will be excited for when you guys go big, and honestly, I hope my art skills will improve over the years to match the quality in which you guys will eventually be looking for when you guys get big. But yeah.
You'll always have a special place in our hearts, guys.
Aw, thanks.
Don't make it gay.
Don't make it gay. Hey. Just because literally just by proxy of me being here, it's already gay. Yeah, gay by proxy.
Gay proxy.
Proxy. Also, do we have anyone looking at chat?
Two people.
Oh, I'm just wondering if there was, like, if you were, like, keeping an eye on chat to see if anyone was saying anything.
Now the last person I responded was Green Apple, who said people are silly. Which I forget what the contents of that post, but it was certainly after L9.
Yeah. But yeah, I am definitely, like, I honestly felt like I felt you guys were more so CEO level rather than, just basement level. Um but well, at the very least, like small shop level.
We work in the mailroom, which actually isn't too far off considering we have to ship all these up ourselves.
Mhm.
And also, you might want to save.
Yeah, probably a good idea. But yeah, I will also say that like compared to like my concept art stuff and like seeing like how the other artists you guys have hired do their stuff, I'm just like, yeah, it's not that good.
Can't compare apples to oranges, Ben.
No. Listen, don't compare yourself to them, specifically because we hired you all for different positions.
True. And also the fact that
At least great.
yeah. And also the fact that these are concept pieces that are taking me like less than an hour to complete. And I'm not even like really like bothering to look up like what these guys actually look like. What these guys would actually look like.
Exactly. But you best believe if this did not pass, I would be using these as they were for the speed tier.
Yep. I mean, honestly, which I was like fully prepared. Like, if this, like, I'm fully prepared for like if this doesn't like go through or what have you. Like I would be like, okay, so we can just like figure out like what's needed, and then you guys can just go ahead and use these for the book.
Yeah, honestly speaking, I did not expect you to actually draw 100 monsters.
Oh, you expected for the entire campaign it only like I only do like 30?
30. And even then, I didn't expect it to be done during the campaign.
Hush, little kitty.
After you get there, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
So that's appreciated, truly.
Yeah, because it gives you guys some choices, and you guys can be like, well, I like this, but not like this, and then like.
Yeah, and then you can share some with the community. They can see what we're doing, and like it works out.
Yeah.
We got some more fans.
Yeah, we actually like. I don't know how much it helped in the selling of the Indiegogo stuff, but like, I feel like it at least makes people a little bit more comfortable with.
I can safely tell you, Cass, in the grand scheme of things, you drawing these monsters. Also, we got more donations today. Cool.
Nice.
We're now at 7,801.
Nice.
Yeah, as I was saying, in the grand scheme of things, I can guarantee to you, you drawing for us has at least made us $80 because that's when I was supposed to get stuff on DeviantArt.
Hey, nice. At the very least, I made you guys $80.
That's $80 you guys didn't have before.
Exactly.
I wish I was as rich as Bill Gates one day.
Oh, that would be nice. But yeah. At the very least, there is that. And I mean, I think I'm still probably am gonna just work with you guys even after like the campaign is over and stuff like that, just because it would be nice to keep the dead tree thing active, because I feel like overall that will just help recognition and stuff like that will overall help
Oh yeah, you should see our analytics for actually the YouTube channel. It's like we have like all the watch hours. I was like, where did this come from? I was like, oh right, the live streams.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're lucky, we might be able to get monetization. Well, actually, we'll be able to get monetization and then immediately get it taken away because I was. But it's the thought that counts.
Exactly.
Thought that counts. And I forgot my ego a little here. Great.
It does sort of look like he has a mustache.
Mustache.
But yes, they are very fancy credits.
Give him a little top back, Glenn.
Well, oh, so I have two things now I need to give a top hat.
Give him a little coral top. Like it just naturally forms coral in the shape of a top hat on its head.
So what you're saying is all the creatures should have top hats, and instead of Dames of Astoria, we should call it Top Hats of Astoria.
Or gentleman.
Gentlemen of Astoria.
I mean, the best story.
Actually, you could do that as an expansion. Do it where it's only guys.
Like an AU of only monster dudes.
Like alternate universe, I guess.
Could we do that? Hold on a sec. No, actually, well, yes, we could, but oh no.
Alternate universe.
It's a world full of all guys, and the only way they can procreate is they take the women.
Oh no.
That's not going well.
Oh no. I mean, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's the situation. That's a no-no subject.
What is? What's happening?
So it's this world full of guys. How they reproduce is they take the women.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in Goblin Slayer.
Basically.
I'm a killing owl.
Kill that owl.
That hurt. Little lizard. Oh no, it's dead. Quite it's dead.
It did.
It's dead. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We're both idiots, aren't we?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's okay, because we're idiots together.
I don't know if that's supposed to be more comforting or just more sad.
Pet pet. Yes.
It's both. Emu.
Yeah, see me. Okay. Okay, and it's rough, boy. Oh boy, it's really rough. Let me. It's rough enough that I need to actually fix it. But yeah, it's definitely been a lot of fun working with you guys and all that jazz. And yeah, definitely a lot less intimidating than I was originally thinking it was gonna be.
Every time all we do is like talk shit and make fun of you and go.
I mean, like, I'm talking about like originally. Originally, I thought I was gonna like be like sent for like judged in front of like a board of directors or something like that, and just like.
This is your life now, Glenn.
Yeah, your drawing of the crustacean shell is not to our liking.
We're gonna have to let you go.
Yeah, it's basically we don't like what it looks like. So what we're gonna you can't just like you can't make quality monsters. What we're gonna do, we'll put you lightly. We're just gonna drop your contract, and like um
I was gonna say drop your ass in the middle of the vacuum of space.
I mean that too, but like mentally and be like, yeah, we're just gonna drop your contract, and you're gonna be like yeah, more or less. It's gonna be drop your contract. You're not gonna get anything, and you owe us money because
You wasted our fucking time. How could you?
basically, and we're just gonna sue you for.
Hey, we charge you money for buying the quality that we imagine.
Yep. Like I wouldn't know like how you guys would even manage that one, but like I felt like somehow you guys managed it and just like, oh no.
That'd be extremely dick move. Well, first of all, well, legally, we could probably not get away with it if you got like a good enough lawyer. Or we could get away with it, but it had to sign the contract.
I'll be honest, I do not have the funds for a good enough lawyer.
No.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Taking you to court to actually, if we, where is that ticket?
Because we are poor as fuck.
Yeah, for not giving us what we imagine, will probably cost more than we could have ever gotten out of here.
Yep.
You owe us money, fuckface. That's basically it.
Yeah, basically, like.
What was it agreed upon? Like a few grand. It'll probably cost a few grand just for one guy's lawyer.
Yep.
And that's if it didn't like go to appeals and all that other stuff. Like, I was a lost.
And hello, Dubious. You're all good. We're just talking about how I was originally terrified of Dead Tree. When they first like reached out to me, I was like, "Oh my gosh, actual company's looking at me. I am scared, but I'm excited, but I'm scared." Basically.
Is it stealing if you're stealing something back from someone? Ooh, cinnamon rolls.
But yeah. Yeah, I was originally terrified of Dead Tree. Like, I was expecting like I was gonna be just sat in front of a board of directors, and like each piece I said to them was like gonna be harshly judged, and like if it wasn't to their standards, they were just gonna drop the contract.
Increase the tit sizes on this one, and then you have yourself a deal.
Basically. But yeah, now that I know that they're just like a group of people in a basement, like yeah, it's just a few steps away from the closet, so
Nothing to be afraid of.
Yuck, 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 yuck. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad too. And honestly, I was like legitimately, I was afraid of you guys until like we started actually doing the streams, and I was like, yep. Now I'm just look at these assholes. Aren't they great?
Listen, when that first stream started, we were just nervous as boy.
Yep. I was just like, I was like maximum nerves. Like, okay, I'm gonna be as professional as possible. I'm only gonna talk when spoken to.
What you didn't know was that, ha ha ha, we can't speak publicly either.
Yep.
Introvert Taurus.
Like I said, a flight of stairs is so much better than a fucking like 100 floor elevator. Dubious. Because that's what my original thoughts were like. Okay, Dead Street Studios. Okay, they're talking to me about contracts. Okay, I'm a little bit scared. What's going on? But
Who are you people? Where did you come from?
more or less. But yeah, after talking with like actually through these streams, I've grown to chill. I've grown to chill a lot. Exactly.
And we do appreciate it, because, what our fear was that you was gonna flake out on us.
Oh. Oh no. Yeah. I definitely.
Especially during these trying times.
Mhm. I'm just gonna like.
Oh no, she's gonna find someone else. She's gonna need money right now. We don't have it because we can't sell nothing.
Yep.
She's gonna call some professional.
Yep. Yep. Well, damn. We were thinking like you were thinking me like as like a professional artist. Like I mean, technically, by the technicality, you're right. But like, in all honesty, no. And Zen, you said you had Monster Hunter on the PlayStation 5?
Yeah, I have it on PlayStation 5.
Alright, cool. Sorry for like completely like whiplashing the subject. But
Nah,
yeah, cuz my girlfriend yeah. Cuz my girlfriend, she has Monster Hunter Iceborne on Monster Hunter World and Iceborne on her PlayStation 5 as well as PC.
The PlayStation 5 isn't out yet, you dingus.
I'm 4. Numbers are hard, okay?
I have Monster Hunter in the future.
I have Future Hunter.
in the grim darkness of the future, we hunt aliens.
Mhm.
Also, don't know what type of mad lad you have to be to own Monster Hunter in 2 different systems, but good shit.
Yep. She is an absolute slut for Monster Hunter. Isn't that right?
Huh.
And Lord of the Rings. She loves Lord of the Rings too.
Nice.
Oh.
See, I love Lord of the Rings as well. However, I can only be a casual in it. The lore is so rich, but for some reason I just can't like dive. You know,
Mhm.
I listen to, but I can't just dive.
Yeah. I get that. I get that. I mean,
It's weird because anything from like the Fellowship up, that's all movie stuff. But what I really want to like hear is like the before that, like during the time like the big ass dragons.
so you know, I could just sit my girlfriend in front of the computer.
Back when Sauron was like, I forget his original name, where he like bitches up like the mother spider and shit. That's the shit I'm into.
Mhm. But yeah, if you want to learn about Lord of the Rings deep lore, I could just totally just set my girlfriend in front of the screen.
I don't actually know that much about it.
More than most people, I would say.
More than the average guy.
It's more of my roommate who does. He listens to the lore videos while he's at work.
Yeah, that's a way you can consume it.
Yeah, I do that too. Mostly because like, oh man, I'm so bored at work.
Like if it wasn't for the fact that I run the
After
till.
2 years,
Yeah.
see, I have a headphone at all times. You know, I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
Because my hair's so long. So I can get away from it. And you know, I've been listening to a lot of things. That's how I learned a lot about space. You know, I learned a lot about like GMing, and, you know, how to write stories and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And all that wasted time I was at work, not doing anything, just vegetating. You know, a common drone. I decided to take matters in my own hands to get educated.
You educate yourself.
Exactly. You know how many books I've read, but have listened to since I started listening to Audible on my phone while I'm doing these jobs?
Probably a lot.
Like,
yeah.
That's more books that I've read in my entire life.
I mean, I would say about the same, but like, then I remember, well, shit, I used to be like way into the Warrior series and like other books like that, and like I remember one time like I read like an entire like Warrior series book, which was like which was like a good like 300 so pages, and like 4 hours, and I was very proud about that.
Like but, Warriors as in like how to play
Warriors? Warriors as in the cat Warriors.
He can't meow.
He can't meow.
Stealing is cool, kids. I'm just stealing everything that's not nailed down.
As you should.
Clan Wild.
Wait, you know what? Zen, if you're curious as to like warrior cats and all that stuff, here, I've got a YouTube channel to show you. It's sassy renditions of it, but like it's still renditions of it.
That works. Actually, while we're on top of the books, the original book series I got into was Goosebumps, which is kind of ironic because I got off a tirade of telling L9 how much of a bitch I am when it comes to horror. But when I was a kid, fucking Goosebumps was my shit. And
I think it was for every kid.
It was a fourth mandatory.
said I think it is for every kid.
Mm-hmm.
It was forced mandatory for my reading courses, and like I forget what it was in middle or elementary school, one of them. And I hated reading, still do.
Oh yeah.
But I love me some Goosebumps.
Yeah. I remember watching the Goosebumps thing, like the Goosebumps.
Not
Like-
as good as the books.
Yeah, the show thing.
Books.
I never read the books. I watched the TV show.
I can finally say this. The books were better.
They were.
The only series I can say that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I remember Guardians of Galahoo. Galahol.
Go.
Galahol.
The owls.
Hoo. I remember watching the movie for it.
Hoot hoot.
Hoot hoot.
The other book series I've read, loved as a kid. This is probably what got me into like fantasy that was like reading and not movies. Was the Toria's Quest,
Mm-hmm.
and there's another book I believe she wrote was Rohan or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but those two fantasy books was like it was easy for me to read, and I was forced to read a lot of them because apparently the school system said they were not worth a lot of points. So I ended up reading multiples to just meet their requirements.
Yeah.
And that was my ish. And then when I got into high school, that's when I first started reading Ender's Game. Because they also had a fucking required reading thing. My god, they had why do we have required reading? That's probably why I hate reading. Anyway, but I read Ender's Game. That got me into sci-fi. Or sci-fi in books, generally. And I read that whole series. Ender's Game, Ender's Shadow, Speak of the Dead.
Nito burrito.
Then the movie came out, and I was like, the book was better. Also, my daily chill for a book. Children of Time. If you guys haven't seen, read, or audibled it, I would highly recommend Children of Time. Great sci-fi. You'll be on the edge of your seat. Just gotta get past like a kind of slow.
Okay, okay. Cool. Now, what else was I going to do here?
Now for this coral crab, we're gonna make the coral bright pink.
Yeah, I'll probably do something, something that will look good with crab body. Probably orange-ish. Or coral colored.
Make it yellow for butter.
Butter? Okay, we can do it yellow.
Butter.
We can do butter coral.
Butter coral. That doesn't sound that bad. Butter coral.
Despite the fact that corals are basically rocks, but like, you know.
You know, Caster, I think we may be onto something. I think we've gotten a recipe for the
Coral candy.
the book.
Oh no.
The coral butter candies. There you go. You suck on them, right?
Yep, not for chewing, only for sucking.
And like any other hard candy, but they taste buttery. Why? Don't ask. If I don't want to know the answer.
I mean, they do basically have it. I think that's what's where like butterscotch it. What butterscotch essentially is.
Put coral.
But coral.
Put coral. Yeah, exactly. I have a funny story. So I was a buyer's assistant for a bit of time, right?
Mhm.
And during this job, the person I was working with owned like a small little warehouse. So essentially, we bought stuff and sold it to Amazon. Anyway, but the point being, so she got this idea to go into the candy business, and she told us about candy and just so you know, like we're like a single small warehouse. It was like 5 people, and we're basically competing the prices over like the world. So so we're just supposed to find out what's the good buy, and we used to take like hours upon hours just searching, checking prices. And she got into this candy thing because it's like an evergreen. Everyone wants candy, yada yada yada. And in doing so, we got like a specific rules that we're not supposed to, buy for this point in time. And it was no one buy like these sexual candies. No one buy what was it? Nothing to do with nuts because they didn't want to deal with the allergens. And last but not least, no chocolate. Now tell me where the problem lies.
I'm guessing the no chocolate.
Yes, the highest seller in the country is chocolate. I forget the actual numbers, but you'd be surprised how much chocolate is sold.
Oh no, like
America alone.
I'll be honest, like I'm not surprised at all. Like given like knowing the people I know, I am not surprised at all.
What?
Like family members and stuff like that, like
About what?
they
So,
pound chocolate.
I'll get a craving for it every now and then, but yeah. But sugar is literally the most addictive drug on planet Earth, more so than cocaine. Also, low fat is a scam.
It is.
Don't buy anything. Don't buy anything that says low fat or no fat because congratulations, they just cram pack it full of sugar.
That seems counterproductive.
Yep, but you know what? They gotta make it taste good.
Right though.
But as you were saying, yeah.
That's what I was saying. So like no specific brands adult candy and no nuts or chocolate, which is the highest sellers, of course. And I said, okay, so what's the reason why we can't buy chocolate? So we couldn't buy chocolate because it would melt, because we sent it over to the Amazon. You don't care, it will melt apparently. But I was like, hold up. You mean to tell me Amazon has like their warehouse is so high for storing food, like because their food in there now is separate. So high that it would just melt chocolate outright. So you couldn't sell any of it. And that turned out to be a horrible idea because it being the high seller, that means everything else was kind of like situational. Like you can sell hard candies or something, but it was nowhere near Halloween or anything that was like by Easter or whatever. So that was a failing proposal. And she blamed us.
Wow. Yep, that sounds about right.
Steal everything that isn't nailed down.
Yes.
If it's not nailed down or locked, then clearly they didn't want it. But even if it is locked, clearly they wanted you to have it.
And only you.
Because why would they put you through so much effort to get the thing, right?
Exactly.
This is big brain time.
Big brain. But yeah, then like that sounds about right for like anyone like running anything. Just like, oh, it doesn't go like this plan. Well, it's your fault. Huh?
That's kind of business I don't want to do.
Yeah. And honestly, I completely get you. I don't want to be that kind of person either.
Yeah. So I got fired from that job.
Oof. I mean, yeah. Which honestly, like, you didn't really lose much based on how that. I'm guessing you got fired for that you got fired over candy.
Oh no, I got fired because I was a packet passer.
Because you're what?
Exactly. So she would like change the rules like all the time. How we search, how we do that. And she had like a separate, section of boxes. She fired all the boxes. So the first people walking computers now had to be packers too, which wasn't like anything bad, whatever. But one day she said, "Okay, we're going to try this new thing, and we're going to time you all." First time we did it, and I had to basically learn on the spot, like, okay, how am I supposed to, tie the package properly? Which, this is my first time actually doing it. This is the first time like working the warehouse. And I packaged the first package. The package is supposed to do kind of slow. And the reason I did it because I redid it because it wasn't secure. So after everything's done, I get the boss's husband, business partner, whoever it was, came out and says, "Hey, we took your times and you're too slow. We have to let you go." It's like, what? And mind you, this wasn't like an order or anything. It was just like a test.
Yeah.
Then it's like, pick it up. Then it's just not. Just said, yeah, you got too slow.
Jeez.
They won. Yep.
Like.
So mind you, by the way, I wasn't hired for that job. Like, I wasn't hired for like packing. I was hired for being on a computer.
Jeez, so they're like. That's just dumb. Like, hurry, do this thing that you've never done before as fast as you physically can. And if you don't do it
we
fast.
didn't train you well enough, or you didn't have enough time. Failed. Get the fuck out.
Well, I don't think they trained you at all, did they? On it.
They trained me for the computer job.
Yeah, but like the rapping.
Yeah, the rapping. That was the first time I like was legit rapping to be like shit. So it didn't like break the items or whatever. I was making sure it was fine. So But that's why I took the extra time to make sure like the boxes were properly packed. And after I got done, I was like, okay, now I got it. Okay, the next time this comes out, I'll be able to go faster. Didn't get that chance. Just said, yeah.
Damn. That's pretty, fucked.
That was fun.
Like, I'm glad you guys see the fact that I'm these concept arts, you guys didn't look at it and be like, yeah, it's not quality enough. We're just gonna let you go.
Yeah. Like your concept art is how I and even if it was like we would have probably not contacted you at all. Yeah, it was up to our standards.
Yeah.
And Devious says the crab looks really cool.
Thanks.
Excellent for the Super Saiyan.
Yeah, he's sort of Super Saiyan. He's ready to. He is down to fuck up some bitches.
He is the Fox Slayer,
Mhm.
or at least that's the clan, the Fox Slayers.
Beautiful. Oh right, Dubious. I forgot you missed this boy. And this boy. And this one. And this one. And this one. But yeah, now we've done 6 more. Got the coral crab roughed out. I'm probably gonna go through and make them look better. Obviously, all of these boys, they're gonna look a lot better when I actually go through and render them out.
Oh yes.
If the thing didn't go through and you guys couldn't afford to pay me the entire thing, I could see this being fine for a book. Not they wouldn't exactly be masterful pieces, but
Listen. Have you seen our first book?
oh yeah, I have.
Clearly, masterful.
Mhm.
Was not what we had. Well, at least not what people wanted, I should say. Because me personally, I think L9's art suited the book for what we planned to do.
Mhm.
But man, if we showed it to anyone, oh, that sucks.
Yep, I was like, they could use some help with their quality, as far as art's concerned. I want to help them, but I'm too scared to approach them to be like, hey, do you guys need help?
I think Versa, he went to bat for you.
Yep.
He's like, yo, that this girl, she's good.
Are you beasties?
She's in the Discord, and that's what Sophie was like, what, you in the Discord? And looked you up, like, oh, there she is. Add to list.
Yep. Hey, little kitty. But yeah, I popped onto the Dead Tree server and then was just a lurker. Basically all the way up until I started streaming with you guys. So I was hidden until suddenly I appeared.
It's a shame, because there's a lot of talented people that actually are in the server, but just have no confidence.
Mhm. Definitely. You know what? You guys are valid. You guys do good work. Don't be afraid to show it up. Cause honestly, like I had mentioned, I'm just absolutely terrified of like stuff and things. But yeah, I'm getting better and better as things go on, and yeah, I hope that as the company improves, I also improve. And when you guys end up like a triple A, like actually having like a whole corporation type deal, that I could be an actual like one of the head artists, probably not the head artist because like I think that's L9. He's like the art director, I should say.
Art director. I don't
Like-
know, you might take that job.
Mm.
Just think about there's something else he doesn't have to take over.
Yeah, true.
And that way he could just his ass to be popped on all that. But with that, I think that'll be enough.
Yeah, we'll have to see how things happen, and you know what? I'm excited for the future and see what happens and to see things go. I've met my quota of critters for today, so I am content. I've met my.
Now leave the truck.
Yep, I can now go back in my hole and continue to sulk.
Alright, thank you all for joining us tonight,
Yes, thank you.
even though it's like came late.
Oh yeah. Yep, everyone who, even if you came late, I'm very happy that you guys popped in. Even if you guys popped in after we're done streaming, appreciate that you guys popped in to at least look at us. And yeah. Something, woo.
Gwen, stop doing the Hitler salute.
Wow, don't you know?
Gwen, stop it.
Oh my gosh.
That's not how you sign off.
I'm sorry.
Gwen, stop it. Get some help. Get some help, Gwen. Stop it.
We were trying to
No.
Sheesh.
I am not affiliated with you.
Wow. I'm so sorry. All right. Go ahead, Zen. You sign us off.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.